Boom. Magically, and like that, we are on. I need to pick on somebody that can do the previously on, actually. Who can I pick on? You know what? Because Pete likes picking on other people. I'll pick Pete. Do you remember?
Wait, what?
Do you remember what happened last time?
I'm not actually in the game yet.
Oh,
I'm still in the ending sequence of Dragon Ball.
No.
They just used the Dragon Balls to order takeout, and I feel like I don't know how to feel about that.
Well,
I mean, once you have them.
That was a strange continuity.
I don't think the link is working correctly for me. I only have a gray screen. Why the fuck can I not speak today?
You only have a green
screen.
screen.
Mine took a while to load in.
Yeah, it can sometimes do that. Whilst I manically tried to sort that out.
So let me see.
Who remembers what happened last time?
Oh, go on then.
Yes.
Save me.
Andres
with
first, so Andres must go first.
Was there a... Did I actually miss a session, or
No.
did that not happen?
No, this is episode 3.
Not in this one.
Okay. In that case, we set off looking for the iron, I think, that the dwarves were transporting when they got ambushed by a yeti. We found a bunch of goblins, proceeded to beat the shit out of them, and then accidentally burn one of them to death.
You say we.
I don't recall any dying, though.
Oh, yes, one of them died.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
that one. Oh,
Half goblin died.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
that.
Goblin.
Yes, there was one goblin that was making her
Poor
run for
Isobel died.
it. Isobai, yes.
Isobai, almost.
She was like, sod it, you guys are idiots, I'm making a run for it. And as she was legging it away, Sean tried casting, what's it called? Sacred Flame. And unfortunately, it burnt her to a crisp. So Sean's kind of gone a bit catatonic in the fact that she just murdered a not so helpless goblin. But yeah, you were
defending her way.
You were making your way back to Bryn Shander to get your promised gems from the dwarves that sent you on said quest to start with. So that's where we'll kind of begin as you're pulling the cart along. I think it was all the ladies. No, wait, it was Ophelia and Arya were pulling, and then Meat was pushing the back of it. And apparently that turned out like it was just enough to push the cart.
Oh no, it was Meep was going to. It ended up being me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also forgot about the two polar bears they let go off of the burning cart.
Yeah, the polar bears are now just out in the wild somewhere, so
Goodbye,
Free bear.
I hope just at some point in the campaign we get told that someone got mauled to death, and we were like, oh well, that's definitely not our fault.
They were mauled by bears with saddles on. Oh, it's nothing to do with us. I don't know.
Hashtag not my problem.
Could be any bear.
It certainly could be. It's like thousands of those bears with saddles just roaming around in the wild of Icewind Dale.
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds of them.
They're on the rage.
Come across a random druid, and they'll awaken it, and then he'll stand on his two legs. And then we've got a Philip Pullman book on our hands.
Name him Holy Bear.
Mm-hmm.
You released me from my shackles. Now you can ride me. But yes.
Oh no, Baldur's Gate.
You are making your way back to Bryn Shander at this time, with the iron. The blizzard is starting to kind of abate a bit, but it's relatively easy to find your way back, just semi-following the tracks that you left in the first place. But yeah, you're feeling a little bit stronger than before. It's as if you've leveled up. I can't even think of a clever way to explain it.
He said the thing.
My raven's falling off my shoulder. Sorry. But yeah, you've making your way back. So I don't know what you'd be discussing on your way back, or what you'd want to do.
Well, Grimleg is here now in the game, pulling this cart with these two very much stronger ladies. They have much longer legs, so I'm making twice as many steps. So I think I'm doing all the work.
I'm like, who are you talking to?
Sometimes Grimleg talks to himself. It helps him plan.
You were like looking off into the distance, like someone was watching or listening. It's a bit. Are you mad?
Maybe.
Hmm.
Isn't everyone?
You know, a fair point.
So what we do? We were going back to Bryn Shander
Yeah.
to deliver the Eron. Was there anything else we needed to do? The lantern, I guess.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
you
but
do
that
have-
would just glow green if we were near something.
Yeah.
If it's on.
We don't have Okay. Sweet.
Does the person with the lantern currently have it on?
Who actually has the lantern?
I think it
I
was
think it's me. I think it's me that's got the lantern.
I could cast light on a couple.
That's an idea.
What's the light? The
Is that
lantern.
from what I remember, it would light up, wouldn't it? If there was like some kind of beings around, it would light up.
Yeah, Chwingas.
I think you need to
Yeah.
have it on though. I don't think you could just turn it off. I don't think it'll light up if it's off. You gotta have it turned on. We gotta walk around with it on.
Does it provide like normal light as well?
Yes, it'll work like a normal lantern when it's normally on. It'll just turn green when there's a elemental within a mile of it.
Oh, okay. Does Arya have dark vision?
No.
Okay, it's good that you have it then, because you can use it like a normal light source, and then
Yeah.
I can light the way too if you're struggling.
Fabulous. I think. Is there anyone else that doesn't have dark vision, or is it just me? Oh, you haven't, have you, Hassak? I don't think.
No, I can't see in the dark. My eyes are not as advanced as these other folks.
I never quite got that ability either. Not yet.
No.
Oh.
But I can conjure some light out of the with some magic, so I make do.
I can see pretty well in the dark myself.
you can see in the dark, subordinate.
I can.
Oh, this is good. You have strange divine powers.
I would still want to double check the origin of said divine powers, but certainly useful.
Yes, very useful. She's my subordinate. Don't get any ideas.
No, no.
I'm not looking for subordinates. Don't. I wouldn't worry myself.
If it's pertinent as well, Meep can see in the dark too. Right?
Oh,
Brill.
even he has strange magic.
Me.
So, subordinate, how are you doing? You still despondent?
I don't quite feel so good about taking a life.
See.
You get clapped on the shoulder, kind of like within reach, and Ophelia just says, "It's okay. It happens. But at the end of the day, we saved some bears."
Grimleg was killed for much.
First one's always the hardest, so I wouldn't worry yourself.
Considering
I
that
don't.
considering that goblin was insulting the honor of your leader, it is quite honorable what you did in some ways.
Well, I don't feel like I should ever harm anyone. Maybe my powers would be best for helping.
Sometimes helping is killing. Just
I
putting that out
gonna
there.
have to leave this as an agree to disagree situation.
No, I'm inclined to agree with her. Sometimes helping is killing.
Yeah, I mean, the farmer was really grateful when I choked the man that was trying to rob him. So,
Did you help him?
I helped him by choking the robber until he stopped breathing.
Oh, yes. I see.
I
Grimlag
removed the
is-
problem permanently.
Yes.
But what if that
Think
robber
of
was
that I
just stealing to
helped.
feed his family? Then you
There
have
are
helped the
more
farmer, but you've duped
there
his
are-
family.
There are more honorable ways than stealing
What?
to earn money, especially in these cities.
Like what?
Foraging for starters. We always need food.
But what if I'm hungrier than foraging allows?
You know, you can always go fishing. Just cut a hole in the ground and just shove a stick in with a rope, a hook. Get yourself a knucklehead trout.
Oh. That seems like it would take a long time, but then again, it is free.
Besides,
But wouldn't that be cast as poaching on a noble's lands?
Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about.
we have enough money. It doesn't really matter. And most of the time we don't notice.
So stealing is fine. That's good.
No,
I assume
no.
Only if they don't notice and they're rich enough to not care.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't steal from the people that can barely afford to put food on their own table.
But what if I can barely afford to put food on my own table? Then I steal and then I live and they die.
Well, then you hunt your own food. Duh.
I don't know how to do that, so I don't
Well,
do that.
learn.
Competition is a foundational part of evolution. Those who simply cannot provide for themselves, well, will perish.
Survival of the steeliest. Yes.
Have you ever thought, Grimlag, have you ever considered maybe asking to share as opposed to going in and stealing? Have you considered going in and asking for some food?
I have never considered that.
Maybe you should. You might be pleasantly surprised.
I was surprised how you people are quite kind. This coat I'm wearing, for example, very fine. Received with much pleasure. And at the inn, he gave me things just for free. He didn't have to. That was weird. I don't understand it, so I'm just going to keep enjoying it.
You will learn.
So as
And
this
then,
very weird conversation is going on, you are coming up to Bryn Shander itself. It is getting quite dark at this point. I mean, the sun never comes out around here anyway because it's overcast and dim light during the day, but it's getting much darker at this point. But you can see the glowing lights of Bryn Shander behind its walls as you approach, and the gates automatically begin to open as you approach them. Well, not automatically. People are doing it, but they don't request anything before opening the doors.
Yes, let me in like the royalty I am.
You're still getting a lot of weird stares, Grimlag, as well as the
I'm
blue
with
guy.
you. I'm with these strong, rich folk. No, don't mind me.
Be a weird sight seeing a car being pulled by a bunch of people instead of
Yeah. Especially this bunch of people.
yeah.
Yeah,
Look like we just robbed someone.
a very fancy-looking blue lady and a dragon-shaped humanoid dragging a cart, and then a goblin on the other side pushing it. Yeah, it's certainly an odd sight. Are you going to take the cart straight to the... Can you not move your token? Or maybe not. Are you going to
I
take
think
the cart
that's the plan,
straight...
yeah.
Are you going to take the cart straight to the Black Iron Blades?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else we can do with it.
Can leave it outside. That's not what I wanted to be our responsibility. Then make
Push it
me
where
stand guard over it all night.
So the Black Iron Blades themselves are only a straight walk up the pathway where I've just placed Grimleg's token because Pete can't seem to do it himself. But yeah,
I wasn't sure where to go.
no, it's fine. It's right here. I guess someone like Hassak or well, I suppose the two ladies are dragging the cart, but they know where they're going. Hassak would know where to go, and he could probably lead you as well. With meat. But yeah, you drag it all up, and this biggish building up at the top that you're stood right next to on your right hand side is the Black Iron Blades. So you can just drag it up and I guess knock on the door.
Yeah, knock on the door.
I
Shout.
don't care.
Delivery!
Oh god.
It takes a minute, but one of the dwarves that you were talking with before comes and opens the door itself. I'm just going to move you away because that banging noise from the smiths is getting noisy.
Dwarves are so noisy.
Yeah, it's really noisy. Sorry, let me close the door behind me. It's a bit loud in there. Oh, so
And the queen, that was insane.
I see you managed to get it back. Did you come across the Yeti?
No.
No Yeti, no.
We did find a small group of goblins that seemed to be carrying off the shipment somewhere.
Most industrious they were.
Industrious
We killed
goblins. Oh, you murdered them.
Well,
Only
I
one.
supported murdered one of them, just their leader, as a show of force, yes.
So what? The rest fled.
No, we
Yeah.
just left them unconscious.
You fought goblins and you just left them unconscious.
Yeah, of course.
Well, they were
not
awake
my
from that.
choice.
When they wake up, they will know the glory of Grimleg. When they see their leader fried to a crisp.
He looks incredibly confused at this whole concept and just like, that's just kind of odd, to be honest. Anytime that anybody else gets attacked by goblins, they either get killed or they kill the goblins. They're just... There's no in between, to be honest. They're just a nuisance. Sorry, friend.
Excuse
Everyone looks at Grimlock.
Want this iron or not? Or you stand here talking about dying goblins. If I'm dying, I want to die rich.
Oh, okay, well, sure. I promised, and he pulls out this quite large sack and starts pulling out gems and hands one to each of you. They're all the same size, but kind of varying colours of like pinks and whites and stuff like that. But they're all worth 50 gold pieces, so you can add that to your inventories. A 50 gold piece gemstone each. It's a pretty good haul for the iron you've got. But yeah, it was a pleasure doing business with you. Thanks for bringing it back so relatively quickly. It's only just getting, well, I would say it's getting sundown, but there ain't no sun anymore, so it's nearly night. You can rest up now, nice and safe in this lovely little city of ours.
I know you didn't mean for this to be a place where we got stuck on, but did you say no sun anymore?
Oh yeah, there's not been sun for like 2 years now. They say it's the Frostmaiden herself that does it. Each morning, just before the sun's supposed to rise, there's some lights in the skies, like greens and purples that snake around, and they say that's what causes some kind of spell that stops the sun from being able to get through.
So, where does the light of day come from then?
Well, there isn't really much light of day. it just gets slightly less dark.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of like the grey of the clouds just kind of lightens a little. I've been here about a while. No sun.
Was I born
Just snow.
What a random question that suddenly burst out. Was
here? I have never
born?
seen the sun.
No, you were not born here.
What? Oh.
You've come from a completely different place.
Grimlake remembers the sun from his younger days.
Actually,
How long have we been in
Grimlake
this region?
would remember that the sun never set where he was before, or at least it was always sunset.
Where was I before?
Who knows? If Grimlake doesn't know, nobody does.
No one knows.
Grimlake doesn't know about these things.
The sun
yeah,
never set
I'll
on
say-
the Grimleg Empire.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just guess I'll mention the sun never set where I came from, but it was always threatening to.
It was just that constant orangey kind of light of sunset, just all the time.
Yeah, like my profile picture.
Yes. Oddly enough,
Constant
yes.
orange glow. He actually doesn't know what you're referring to. It's just news to me.
Okay, I'll tell you outside of the game, because I don't want the rest of them to know, even if they might have surmised themselves from certain things.
I mean, I have some inklings.
Well,
I am completely drawing a blank on it.
well,
I
Andres,
have no
that's you and not your character.
No, I don't know what the fuck people are talking about. So you're telling me the rotation of the planet has been altered, and we are no longer facing the star at any point.
Rotation.
Yeah, the dwarf as well looks at you like.
They thought the world was flat.
Did he just speak another language?
Turtles all the way down.
What's under the last turtle? Another turtle!
It's just turtles.
No, it's one turtle with 4 elephants on its back.
Right.
No one else get that. Okay, moving on quickly.
Yeah,
I feel like I've heard that before, but
that's the
That's
Hatchet one.
Yeah, that's Discworld. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dwarf's looking confused at you. Maybe the other guys are looking quite confused at you. Like, what is this?
I must have miscalculated. Please do carry on. Don't concern yourself.
I mean, I don't know what else. there is
everyone
to-
knows the sun goes around us.
Yeah, the great dwarf in the sky on her chariot just wheels the sun around, but not around here.
I heard it was a great goblin, actually.
Oh, you're definitely
Great.
wrong.
Goblin in the sky,
Anyway,
obviously.
it's a pleasure doing business with you. If you ever need anything, we'll give you a decent discount on some blades if you need them. But
Ooh.
we're closing up now,
Do
so
you?
oh,
Wait, quick
That
question.
would come in handy. I was thinking about buying Meep a great sword.
What?
I'm just gonna walk off.
wait, are you gonna strap it to its horn?
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Meep just moves his hands, looks up, and motions the great sword and chops the dwarf and then walks away.
We need to acquire so many strength boosting books and just enlarge him. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Give him the gloves of is it ogre strength?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Giant spell.
oh my
Um,
god.
But yeah, come back if you need anything. And he just hops back inside and closes the door. And then you see a different dwarf comes round with an ox and ties it up to the cart and just wheels that around. Oh well, not wheels, because it's not got wheels. It slides.
We need an ox. We
It
can
was
take
just
it. He just
thinking
left
the
it
same
Who
right
needs
there.
an
Yeah.
ox when you've got me? And Ophelia kind of flexes.
But you won't let me ride you, so
Whose doorbell was that?
I think
I
that
don't
was
know.
ours.
Oh, was it yours? Okay, as
Right.
long as it's not mine.
I heard it through the
It's our
headset.
doorbell. Sorry, I'll be right back.
I heard it through the headset rather than in real life, which was kind of weird.
Mike picked it up.
Yeah, you
Uh,
just left that ox right there. We could just take it really easily.
Well, no,
People are so...
the ox has gone round the back with the iron.
Oh, that makes sense.
Just bring an ox out and just leave it there.
I was like, oh, free ox, nice.
You could go and buy an ox now. Anyway, you just got given 50 gold pieces. I mean, a gem worth at least that amount.
Grimleg could buy an ox.
You could.
His
And
own
it'd be
ox.
yours.
Grimleg's never owned an animal before.
If you buy an ox, though, you need to.
Oh, you
There we go. I fixed it. It's all right.
Oh.
I was typing. If you buy an ox, you need to feed it. You need to clean its poop.
Ah,
You need to clean its poop.
I already do
you
cleaning
wouldn't need
my
a
own.
shovel for that.
This is starting to sound like an investment. I don't know if it's worth it. What is
Start with something small.
You know,
Like
a chicken.
chickens don't have good recall.
You know what?
Try a dog.
But I could carry a chicken, and it would give me eggs for breakfast.
If you get a small dog, you can carry a dog.
Dogs don't lay eggs.
No, but a chicken will peck your eyes out if you annoy her enough.
Grimleg is most agreeable. Grimleg will get a chicken.
Can
Zach
always
whispers in Grimleg's ear and he goes, "No, could you imagine a whole herd of chickens? You could send them to attack."
Grimleg might actually consider, where could one acquire a chicken in this place? Apart from, maybe I just steal one, that's free.
If we go to the stables, we could get an axe beak. That's kind of like a chicken. It's just bigger.
A very large
China.
chicken.
You know what?
Do axe beaks lay eggs?
Yeah, they would do.
Oh,
I know what an axe beak egg tastes like.
Probably like an ostrich egg, or at least similar.
Ooh.
does
not,
it like?
Not that I've ever had one, but
yeah.
Do axe beaks do well in the cold?
oh yeah, you've probably seen them around. They're so the normal version that you probably see in D&D is the jungly one, but there are like like those fluffy feet chickens that have like really feathery feet.
Oh yeah.
There's like a version like that, but an axe beak, obviously. Hang on, I've got a
Like
picture.
giant silky chickens.
Yeah, that's it. Silky.
So did you say that we got a gem worth 50 gold or 5 gold? Was it?
Academy's all fluffy and white.
50 gold.
Yeah.
We could actually do that for 50 gold.
Yeah, we could all buy an axe beak each for 50 gold.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then just play the Chocobo theme and whenever we.
1 second, Wash.
It might be useful.
Right, I just tripped up the stairs then as well.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Okay. Well, did we decide on buying the axe beak or not?
We're by the side, as we don't know obviously about the rules and stuff regarding mounts and feeding and keeping and all that stuff, and if it's going to be more hassle than it's worth.
Yeah, you'd need food for it. Mostly, there's just stables that you can just keep them at in most of the towns. Or hell, you could just take them right up to the buildings in some of them, because they're not all walled giant towns like Bryn Shander is. But it can always be a decision
How much
later on when
food
you've
do
got
they
it.
need?
They probably just need similar a ration per day to keep them alive.
And they're 50 gold?
Yeah. I believe so, eh?
And Meek and Hasag ride the same axe beak.
I suppose you're both small, so technically,
Yes.
Grimleg and
Oh, say what?
Does-
It's coming up.
Does the 50 gold cover saddles as well?
Yeah, it would. It would be the full shebang for the axe beak, because that's what they're used for around here. You would have seen them often. People
Yeah.
roaming around on big.
Are you
fluffy
telling
birds.
me? Are you telling me that Inaxi could have been on a fucking bird instead of a dog?
Yes.
Damn. That'd have been epic.
We should try and get a little bit more gold, just so we can afford rations before we buy them.
I agree. I think also at the same time I could probably use my gold to buy some reagents for my magic. So I might save it a little bit more.
Yeah, makes sense.
So the
It's just good to
question-
know it's such a cheap option.
It'll benefit everyone in the long run.
Yeah, they're probably the best mounts as well for snowy environments. Horses, not so good in deep snow and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a choice you can make at some point. But the choice right now is, where do you sleep?
Home. Hassan goes home.
That's it. Just goes.
No.
home.
Yeah. Right, see you in the morning. I'm off to sleep. Need my supper. I got some nice solid crab waiting for me at home. Oh, and then Hassan walks off down the street.
Oh, that's
Great.
really. Oh, I wonder what's for dinner. I should probably also go home.
I will go with you.
No,
can have-
the servants have all gone home for the day, so there's no one to make your bed up.
I don't need a bed. What? I don't understand beds. I just sleep on the floor.
Oh. I mean, if people are okay with sleeping on the floor, you can all come back to mine.
Um,
My parents are away, so no one will care.
I'm thinking I might just go to the inn.
I mean, if you want to make your own bed, then you can have a bed.
How much is an inn for a night
It
around
won't-
these parts?
It won't be that much. I was just trying to rummage through my bunch of materials to find where the cost of services are. So many things. If the services are, there we are.
Usually Grimleg just finds a doorway and huddles up so he doesn't freeze.
That doesn't sound ideal, especially considering the weather. But no, I am used to better accommodations than that, and I would prefer to keep that standard.
So for the north look, it would be 5 silver pieces.
Is that the Knobgoblin place?
Yes, that is the Knobgoblin place.
Awesome, I'm going there.
So anybody else that
I
wants
will
to stay
join you.
there? Yeah, 5 silver pieces to stay in. Scram sacks will
I'll
gladly
stay there.
stay, and that includes food as well.
Oh, cool.
Grimleg, are you paying? You have to pay, you can't steal the room.
I don't want to pay. I will go and stay with the rich girl for free.
There will also be food in the morning.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at that.
So
Most honored guest, Grimleg.
Though Ophelia, you do know that if your parents find out about a goblin staying at your house, they will be most displeased.
he's my new pet, it's fine. I'm used to being the family disappointment.
What does I've got no silver pieces, but I've got 60 gold. Or how does it translate to gold?
It's 10 silver for a gold, so you just take off 1 gold and put 5 silver pieces on, and that's it, you're square.
Okay.
And then the question after all your sleep is, where do you go the next day? So obviously you've got the quest for finding the Chwingas with the lantern. Danik has already told you that she's searched around Bryn Shander itself and not been able to find them. So you'd best be travelling to a different place and having a search around there instead.
I suppose to the next city, really. But before we do, Grimlag would like to do some shenanigans in the night.
Oh no. all your silverware's gone by the next morning, Ophelia.
Pretty much that kind of thing. Just looking for nice things to steal.
Oh god. Do a stealth check then, first of all.
Say again.
Stealth check.
Stealth check. F11. Stealth.
Aya has very much kind of guessed that this could happen. She's kind of foreseeing that Grimleg would possibly go and try and loot things. So she's kind of creeping around, keeping an eye out, kind of spying.
You left the inn to come and
Yeah,
check up on Grimleg.
literally goes to the Rutherford place and starts looking through the windows and stuff, trying to spot him.
Yeah, I sneaked off.
Ophelia will probably point out that once the door locks for the night, you're locked in. She's like, I'm not getting up to let you out. So, as if you're a dog. She's like,
Wow.
Hang on, are we in different places? I spent some time I was like busy at the door with your parents, Tom. So are we in different places then?
Yeah, Ophelia's decided to go back to her house, and Grimleg's decided since he doesn't want to pay, he's
Oh, I
going
see
back
what you
to
mean.
hers.
Right, sorry, I missed. That's the bit I missed, I think.
But you can
Right, in that
totally,
case, I can't, I'm not
if
gonna
that's what
spy.
you think, you could go to her house in the night and try and
Yeah.
check up on him.
I think
I'm
I
okay
feel.
I'm okay with
I
that.
mean, if we were, if I was there, I would. But I think I probably would have chosen the north.
there
Look.
was an open invitation for anyone that didn't mind sleeping on the floor or making their own bed to come and stay.
Go on then. Yeah, I'll come and stay at somewhere a bit different. I've not stayed with you before, so, and I'll keep an eye on that Grimleg for you.
Ophelia will probably also threaten to Grimlag that if anything goes missing, I will break fingers.
I would never do such a thing.
Then you don't have to worry about me breaking your fingers.
Oh, okay.
And if you do anything really bad, I'll throw you out a window. Just so we're clear.
Grimleg is really good at landing from high places. Did you know?
Did you want to test that?
I mean, okay.
I can throw you out the window in the morning.
You want to do it now? Grimleg can show you. Grimleg's
No,
really
I
good
want
at
to go to bed now.
Oh, okay.
It's cold.
Most acrobatic he is. So yes, no stealing or broken fingers. Okay, I get it. What about the general sneaking around and things?
I would rather you didn't. You will frighten people.
I like to do
And
that.
again, I will break fingers.
For sneaking?
Yes! Just be an ordinary house guest.
What is that?
You be polite, you don't touch what isn't yours, and you be quiet. Yeah?
I can do
Otherwise
the
you can go stay in the inn.
Oh, well, Grimleg will behave himself and be polite, he says with inverted commas.
Good.
Now hurry up and go to sleep, and then pardon me. Hey, in the morning, if I am very polite and quiet, will you put a good word in with the city guard? Ophelia?
She's already on stage.
Sorry.
She's locked the door. That's it.
Oh,
A mouthful of food. What was that?
if Grimleg is polite and quiet, Will you put in a good word for the guards for him?
I don't really have that kind of pull. Yeah. I live in a big house, but
I'll say yes on his behalf.
Well,
she has the pull. I don't.
Grimleg was about to offer to do dishes or something. Grimleg's glad he didn't.
No, the dishes are already done. The servants do those.
Certainly. Yes, Grimleg likes this place.
Don't get me started, Grimlag.
Oh, it's too late.
Are you
One day, Grimleg will have this kind of life.
Are you still going to sneak around in the night, or are you?
Well, yes. Most certainly.
She did threaten to break fingers.
Just before Grimleg goes to bed, Aya does that thing, with the eyes where she points at her eyes and then points at his eyes, as if to say, "I'll be watching tonight." That sounds really creepy.
Grimleg is like, sort of like, I don't know what that means, but I understand she's watching. Grimleg will pretend to sleep for a while.
I'm also imagining that Arya does the creepy thing like Gandalf in the Third Lord of the Rings, where he just lies, apparently asleep with his eyes fully open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes, for sure.
So yeah, you're waiting for the rest of them to go to sleep, and then you're going to start sneaking around.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
Apparently the other two aren't that perceptive, because your stealth score beats their natural perception. So you don't disturb them as you're wandering around.
Let's look around.
And Ophelia's place is very fancy. There's a lot of fancy objects all over the place.
Is there like a pipe for smoking?
Is there a pipe?
Oh, hang on. If you're talking, okay. Oh yeah.
No, sorry. The question just kind of stumped me. Like I have anything to ask. That felt like the
Grimleg
most
would like
random.
to find. He'd like to go sit in front of the fire with slippers and a pipe.
Oh, there's definitely slippers, but Ophelia or Nat, would either of your parents smoke a pipe?
Probably. I imagine them being like goody two shoes, so probably not.
Doesn't seem like there's a pipe around, but you can find the slippers. Some fluffy polar bear fur slippers.
Oops.
Meanwhile,
What about like
Isaac lights his pipe?
On the other side of town.
sat in front of the fire? Just going, I'm just missing a pipe. That's it. One thing I might want to do, can I sneak into her father's room and get some like nice clothes, some fine clothes, and put those on?
Oh,
Put,
Oh no.
put those on in front of the fire.
Yeah, it's easy enough, but they are like twice as big as you are. It's similar to the whole Sharn's cloak situation where it's massive compared to you. So you'd probably trip yourself over if you tried to walk in it, but you could definitely get like a nice... It's not a dressing gown in this situation because it's posh, so it's a house coat.
Oh. Well,
Just a bit of British
sure.
classism for you.
We'll do that. We'll do that for about an hour, I think. Just enjoying the night.
Just an
And
hour.
then- yeah.
So he's got his polar bear slippers on, his nice house coat on, no pipe, but probably pretending to smoke a pipe, feet up in front of the fire. Do you put
Yep.
stuff back where it was originally from, or not?
The slippers, yes. What was I using as an improvised pipe? Is there like a pen or something, or?
No, that's probably like,
Or like-
no, it'd be more like a quill. So I don't know if you want to stick that in your mouth.
Yes.
Okay. You stick a quill in your mouth, pretending it's a pipe. But yeah, what are you going to put the rest of them back, or is it just the slippers?
We'll put everything back. What is there? What else looks like interesting and valuable?
Oh, there's lots of
Are there
interesting and valuable things. There'll be like fancy vases, the paintings. I don't know whether Grimleg would even consider them valuable, but they definitely will be. Various like ornamental stuff, like little statues and stuff like that. It's very fancy, very higher class. It all depends on what he sees as valuable himself, because a lot of the stuff will be valuable, but to a goblin, what does a weird little stone statue mean?
Don't know. Depends what it's of.
He doesn't know. It's that fancy. It's one of that like modern art that you can't tell what it's supposed to be.
Ugh. Ridiculous. Maybe some interesting documents? Any, like, how to... So, they have wealth, but how do they acquire it? That's what I want to learn.
Do me an investigation check.
Oh, come on, roll good. Yes.
Yes. 17 with a no bonus either, so that's good. Yeah, you find some documents. Some of them are in a language you have no idea how to read, but the main one that you find that seems to be about where they earn some gold from is that the family doesn't do trade itself. They offer information on how best to trade and contacts to trade with.
So they're like consultants.
Yeah, in a way. It's almost as if they have no reason to be rich other than they know people.
Oh, that is good to know. Can I study?
It's that old money speaking, Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I study the hand of the father? Assuming whoever does most of the business.
Yeah, it certainly seems to be the father that does a lot of the consulting. Although it's hard to tell when a lot of the documents are signed by both Lord and Lady Rutherford.
Interesting. Maybe in that case, I'll copy down some of their most notable contacts. Trying to...
There's quite a few mentions of different places and speaker so-and-so. That main word speaker is the one that sticks in your mind. It's as if they're talking to these individual people that have a title of speaker. That's the most important documents go in.
Hang on, so speaker...
Yeah, there'll be
Speaker,
all
what
sorts.
was...
Like, if you want different versions, there's 6 you'll see in total. I'll have to find out which ones are which.
When Ophelia wakes up, Grimlag is just gonna have such a proud grin on his face. It's like, I know things now.
I'll probably have to write these down separately for you.
Oh, please.
Because there's stuff like Speaker Crano Silver, but not spelt silver. Speaker Devessa Shane. And you notice that each one, like, there's the one for Bryn Shanda, is that Duvessa one. They seem to be connected to each of the... Well, there's 10 different ones, so for the 10 towns, so...
Okay, well, you don't need to...
Go through all of them.
So, I'll put down speakers' names for the 10 towns. I'll put that down for now. Okay, so with that done, I would like to find something really subtle that they won't miss as missing.
Do me a sleight of hand check.
That is following Ophelia's teachings. If they don't know,
shit.
not wrong to steal, so...
Nice one to crit on as well. So yeah, you go through the whole house like trying to figure out what would be the best thing to take, and you find what appears to be a very fancy pair of socks that's got like this lovely gilded writing on them. Even Grimlegs knows that socks disappear on their own sometimes, so no one would think that you'd stolen these.
Should I put them down as fancy socks?
Fancy socks. They're embroidered with what may actually be gold.
Oh,
Very good. Grimleg will pack those away, and no one will know.
Yeah, shall we skip ahead to the next morning where everyone meets up? You've all had your long rest, waking up feeling stronger and more clever or whatever other things that happened with your level up. You're certainly more knowledgeable. There you go, have your long rest.
I can shoot faster now.
He can shoot faster.
Grimleg learned to run.
Somehow I woke up and I know how to run. But yeah, so yeah, you feel like some of you probably the rust from your joints has come off, and you feel like you've learnt a bit more. But yeah, so as you all gather up, probably somewhere in the town near Northlook, because I guess most of the other guys are sleeping there. What is the next destination? Do you want me to get the map up so you can look at where the areas are? Well, that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing it on the wrong one now. Map,
Oops.
there's the map, there's the map, there's the map.
Azak gets up fairly early and then wanders off to the market, realizing he didn't tell anybody where he lives, just to go and try and catch somebody that he knows. When he finally sees people, he's like, "Good morning."
They're all stood around, like
No.
tapping their feet, looking at their wrists for some reason.
But I mean, we didn't really agree on a time, did we?
No, well, first light's always a good time to start things.
You know, I mean, what light?
But, fuck.
That is
First
the
grey.
thing. If any of you are up relatively early, I suppose we don't actually have an elf in this group, which is odd because there usually is at least one elf who never sleeps. But if you got up early enough before like sunrise should be happening, you would have seen what is basically the northern lights spread over the sky. And yeah, again, sun does
I
not
think
rise.
Azak gets up early every morning to watch them, but doesn't necessarily go out early.
Yeah, it's just kind of up early enough, but
Yeah.
not really doing anything.
I've got to study that spell book. So.
Grimleg sleeps in a little. He had an eventful night.
Let me just move you so we can see the names. There we go. So here we are. Here is the 10 towns of 10 towns. Yeah, you currently at Bryn Shander. Your closest one is Targos, but you could always go the other way towards East Haven, Goodmead, all those other ones. These ones with the black circles are the biggest towns. The other ones are much smaller. Some of them are more like villages than they are towns. But there you go, two places. But yes, Danica did tell you that the Chwingas kind of are obsessed with humanoids and civilization, and would be found relatively close to those kind of places. So your best bets are one of the 10 towns, and maybe you can pick up some other jobs along the way. Save up that
Yes,
money to
let's,
get out next week.
Yeah. Well, maybe we could go and ask people here if they have anything they want transporting to Targos. And it seems people do work as bodyguards here. We could maybe offer to do that. Maybe if someone has some supplies they want to transport. What? Something like that.
That would certainly be convenient since we're already
I don't think it'd hurt to ask.
Oh shit! Something else Grimlag wants to do.
Maybe we split up and look for people who have things they want to transport, and then meet back here in, say, an hour?
Well, that's fine by me. Gonna have
Yeah.
a look around the market, just see if there's anything I fancy.
What is today's
Wait.
fish? Oh, it's knucklehead trout again.
Go and get a trout snack
I've
from
got to
me.
go back to the North Look for a drink and a pie.
Okay, you're just gonna go and have a drink. I'll say
Fish pie.
that counts as your morning food, which
I'll-
will be included in the price.
I'll try to either get us work that will get us to another town or get information on the other towns to see if there's anything interesting.
Okay.
Grimlag would like to. Grimlag's gonna say he's gonna look for people with stuff to transport, and then he's gonna do something completely different. He's gonna go to the temple, or wherever there's hospitalers.
So Grimleg, do me an investigation check because you've got to try and find that temple. And I guess an investigation check from Fidvan as well, as you possibly go around asking for work. I suppose it could come under a
Very
persuasion
well.
check if you want to go with that route, but
No.
no?
I think I'm fine with investigation.
Fair enough. Anybody else wanting to look
I'm
for or do
realising-
anything?
That's just looking around the market, gonna find some like snack or something for meat.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
it
I'd like
too
to
late?
have
Sorry, go
breakfast
on.
at the inn. Look for a temple or religious place of religious worship.
Interesting. So it turns out that Grimlag says he's doing something else and is looking for a temple, and then Sean is actually just looking for a temple.
We're like walking the same way, and we're like, "Which way are you going?" You know?
I'm just following my thoughts.
Oh, well, me too, yes. I thought maybe we'd find someone who wants things transporting over this way.
Just keeps going that way.
So the two of you end up on the east side of Bryn Chanda and find the temple to the Morning Lord. It's relatively quaint little temple. There's not much to it, just a very simple wooden statue of Lathander, the Morning Lord himself, in there. There's no one currently in there. They're just a couple of pews that you could sit at and pray if you wanted.
Grimlag would like to find. Oh, go on.
No, go on.
Oh, we're just going to go look for the priest, the one who knows things.
Okay. So,
Hmm.
who are you looking for to transport stuff?
Yes, I'm going to ask if he wants things transporting.
No. Very, very smart.
Yes, I thought so. Okay, you stay here then.
Okay. Best of luck, Master.
I don't know. Call me, Chief.
Chief. Okay.
Yeah.
Chief.
Chief Grimleg. No, that's going to get me killed, I know it. Just call me Grimleg. I'm going to get killed by goblins. Okay.
Okay. Best of luck.
No problem. You enjoy your praying.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna talk off. There's I like the sort of disconnect. It's so funny. Yeah, I'll go look for the cleric, I guess.
Having a look around, there seems to be nobody around the actual shrine itself. The only people you see are people just wandering around in the street going about their own business. There doesn't seem to be anybody connected to the shrine specifically.
I'll come back to Shard and be like,
Hey, do you know who maintains this? Where do you know? Look, let's say I was gravely injured and I needed healing. Would I not go to this kind of place?
Yes, I suppose you could come to a place like this for healing. Or there might be an apothecary or some sort of healer in town.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to go look for that. For no reason in particular. Maybe they need stuff transporting.
Yeah, they could too.
Okay. Why are you here anyway?
I was waiting to see if I can just beat that.
hang on, it cut out a little.
I was going to pray just to see if I can talk to my father.
That guy's your
He doesn't
father?
really reply.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if it's like that, but you know,
Wait.
a place of worship is as good as any other place of worship.
Oh.
Do I know?
Well, I know someone who would probably disagree, but that someone is also like your father, I suppose.
And who's that?
Yeah, he kind of looks around shiftily and goes,
The Raven Queen. You know who she is?
Raven Queen?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
It's probably for the best. You don't like killing, so the Raven Queen likes death and stuff. But yes, if I don't know if she would approve of worshipping another place, shrine like that. But maybe the gods are different, who knows?
They could be.
Okay, well, I'll come back here after I found out if I can find a apothecary.
Okay. Are you injured? Do you need a bit of my healing touch?
Oh, Grimleg is fine. Grimleg is not sick.
Okay.
if you are you gonna if you ever roll insight, I'll have to roll deception.
I was just gonna ask, can I insight that?
You can certainly insight that.
Did I roll? Ugh. I'm realizing though, before I do, because I was thinking of replacing deception with investigation. Is it too late to change any
Too late.
stats and skills?
You've committed now.
No. That's all right. I will roll deceiving. Damn it! I'm too good.
Apparently so.
I'm good at that.
Sean's just too innocent and pure to believe that you're trying to keep anything from her.
Yeah. Sounds in character, honestly.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Fidvan has easily found some work for you at the other side of town. The Black Iron Blades actually give you some stuff to take over, some like kind of animal hides to take to a place in Targos. That's where you're specifically looking to go. It's to take it to the general store, Triglio, and give it to Jestin Hunray, and he would pay you 5 gold pieces just for your time.
Just in what?
Hunray. Hunray.
It's like Henry, only silly.
apparently that's Meep saying it as well. He's telling you how to pronounce it.
Maybe the smart boy.
He just comes up and plants his paws and goes, Justin Hunray. It's like,
Speaking in perfect English, whatever that language is.
Sweet. Ah.
But yeah, there you go. So there's a job. I suppose some of the rest of you are fed. Hasek found a nice carrot to give to Meep. A nice big purple carrot.
Nice.
And Grimleg's gonna hopefully speak to the apothecary and see if he can find some information.
What information are you looking for specifically?
The type that concerns my future, if you get my meaning.
Okay. If you do me, what
We'll
does it
stop.
be? If you do me,
Yes, come into my hole.
Oh no.
I don't know if everyone was already familiar with that, but that's a weapon that Dom just constantly has at my back.
It's a gun he keeps shooting you with. Like, "Oh, he's already dead.
I don't even know what check you'd need to do. Let's do that
Medicine?
off screen. No, because you wouldn't be doing the medicine check. We'll do that off screen, and we'll see what comes of that for next time.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so if you want to, you can start heading over to Targos now, unless you've got any other plans. You could do those first.
I'll go back to the stop rotating me. I'll go back to the shrine and pick up Sean after the hour. Just be like, did you hear anything? Did it work?
No, as usual, just a quiet monologue to myself. But I like to think that he's hearing me.
I know just how to get the Raven Queen's attention. Do you want to know something strange?
Sure.
So, you know
What was the name of the Winter Queen? The Winter Spirit. What was her name?
Oh, real?
The one who we saw in the snow.
Yeah.
Owl Lady.
Real.
Do I know that's her name?
I don't think you would actually.
Hmm.
You know of the Frostmaiden because multiple people have mentioned the Frostmaiden around here, and probably could take a guess that that is the Frostmaiden, knowing how she's connected to the name Oriel will be a different matter.
Okay. So I'll be like,
You know that Frostmaiden? She tricked me. She pretended to be the Raven Queen. I won't forgive her for that. Blasphemy. So maybe be careful, because what if another god tries to be your dad? Okay? You know, I'm just trying to warn you so I don't get any... I need to look out for my subordinate. Your success is my success, you see?
Oh god.
Jesus.
Somebody just died.
Apparently.
What was that, chat?
The gods! The gods are coming!
Jesus Christ.
Did you guys? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
It was a motorbike fired up like really loudly outdoors, and all the cats just fled. Yeah.
Oh no.
Dear. The first thing that
Oh,
came
yeah,
to my
like-
mind then as well was the scene from, again, Lord of the Rings episode 3, just flee for your lives. Is the sound of it. Yeah. Anyway, yes. What were you saying?
So full Xanador. Yeah, I'm just saying to her, be careful another god doesn't try and impersonate your god, because the Frostmaiden impersonated.
The Frostmaiden lied to me, pretended to be the Raven Queen. It was most offensive.
Oh, did they do anything to you?
No, she just stood there and was like, yes, kill for me. Meh. And so, the Raven Queen likes people to die when it's their time. So, I did. And now the gods won't stop coming after me.
You just said, do you mean you're dead?
Wait, I hope you're not here, because you're the last person I want to tell this story. No, yes, so, well, he was already dead, okay? But still. He had like a glass, like an ice knife. It already pierced his heart. I just took it out.
Oh,
Yeah. But,
maybe it's a lesson to learn to not steal anything.
I don't know. I don't think the Raven Queen cares about that. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you the benefit of my... How old am I? The benefit of my 20 years of experience. I'm middle-aged for a goblin,
Oh, well, I appreciate the heads up.
Yeah.
I will bear that in mind.
Come along. Time to go.
Okay.
So before you set off, the most important thing on any travel is that someone needs to roll for me.
Yeah.
What are we rolling?
Let's get Ophelia to do it this time. So
Oh, yeah.
Nat, just roll me a d20.
Oh, I see what we're rolling.
What was the formula for it?
/R and then space 1d20. For some reason, I was completely
Eight.
blind to that dice then. Apparently matched into the background. Yeah. So, you make your way out of Bryn Shander. Already, Fidvan's got his wrappings of furs that he needs to take to the general store, and you make your way up the sort of path. It's just less snowy, leading up to Targos. Again, probably the regulars from here, Ophelia, Arya, and Hassak will know the direction towards Targos itself. And you head up
Just
on.
don't stray from the road.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
So this one again, as you close in, it is surrounded by a wooden wall, protecting it from any kind of outside threats, and it kind of extends onto the lake itself, and creates a kind of harbour. Now you do notice that the lake that we're talking about is this big icy patch up here. I can't for some reason. There we go. So it's kind of just frozen over altogether. There's no way to actually sail off or anything like that. As I try and find the Targos map as I'm saying random stuff. Here we go. Let's get you over here. So you should be able to see that.
Ooh. A map. Grimlake will place himself down
Oh.
here. Oh,
No vision.
Yeah, it's completely black for me.
Oh, why does it do this every time?
No eyes.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
So you're approaching from this pathway down near the bottom. So that's the way you kind of came up that bridges. So yeah, you'll get to here. But you can see this walled off area leads onto a frozen lake itself. But yeah, there's the the actual thing for you.
So it used to be a port, but isn't any longer.
You even see that when you approach the gate, that there's a emblem and like kind of like a heraldic shield hanging above the gateway. Same with Bryn Shander, but this one is a blue background with a ship on it. So it does seem like they're very connected to ships here.
Hmm.
Looks like we're up Ship's Creek.
Oh, oh.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
But as you approach, again, the guards just open the gates as you don't look like a particularly aggressive bunch.
You know, when I've been here before, they've never let me in before. This is a great opportunity. Hello, I nod to the guards as I go past. Peaceful goblin here.
Yeah, they don't really nod back. They just kind of like eye you suspiciously. But yeah, they let you in, seeing the rest of the civilized group with you this time.
Don't worry, he's our pet.
One of the guards just kind of like nods and then like eyes him and goes, "Pretty strange pet, but
No, you take back your nod.
as
We
long
just trained him to stay off the leash.
well, really? Does it take quite some time to do that?
Well,
Couple
why
of
are they
years.
ignoring me? No. I learned how to be on leash on my own.
I'm absolutely gonna pat you on the head.
You can catch one in the wild around here, I heard. So, if you ever want one, they're quite easily trainable.
Oh,
I have
really?
not.
Yeah, you just got to put the work in and watch the teeth.
Fair, but please.
Plenty of them around, and had to kill quite a few when they attack. Usually with the orcs, actually, but
Murderer.
we'll keep that in mind. It's only taking you a couple hours to get up here from Bryn Shander, by the way. Your snowshoes helped with that.
Oh.
But yeah, so
Well-
there's a few different places you can go to. There's the general store if you want to go straight there. Probably
Imagine that'd be first protocol, right?
yeah, you can go straight there.
What? Wait. Yeah, lantern. We should check that.
Yeah, you're turning the lantern on, or you're reminding Arya to turn the lantern on.
Yeah.
Put it on, yeah.
Arya, do me roll the D100, please.
D100.
Yeah. So it's the /R space 1
Yeah, I've got it.
D100. Yeah. Ooh. All right. Okay. That was quite good. So as you're at the gate talking to the guards, and Grimleg reminds Arya to turn on the lantern, she flicks on or says the magic elven word, and it glows bright green.
Oh,
Ooh!
25%
I'll just kind of get really
chance,
excited.
and you
just-
got the 25. Spot on.
So I was going to say, so how does that work then? Because to me, 25 was low compared to 100, so does it not work like that?
It's 25%, so if it was 50,
Oh, I see.
it would literally be anything from 0 to, well, from 1 to 50. But in this
Right.
case, yeah, 25. Anything above, you wouldn't have gotten anything, but you literally got it spot on.
Amazing. Right, I'll get dead excited and just kind of speak to the others and be like, oh my god, look, it's lit up.
well, that was
Yeah.
quick.
Looks like we're not going in here for a while then. Lead the way.
Well,
So-
sorry, we should maybe drop off those furs and things. Or, sell them.
I mean, that's pretty much what you
Um,
are doing.
Yes, but double crossing them would probably not be a very good idea. We
Oh,
found
fine.
out.
Fine, we'll do things the normal human way.
Well, I don't see what humans have to do with any of it, but yes.
Oh, civilized way, I guess.
So, Chwinga's our store.
Does it get brighter when we're closer or something like that?
I might just shuffle forward a bit towards the Chwinga, kind of where the light's shining, see if it makes a difference.
No, it just seems like the light is green. It seems like from what
Does it make a
Danikas-
difference if I move back?
If what?
If I move back, is it making a difference?
No, you've only just come into the city and the town, and turning it on, it's just made it green.
So does anyone know what these chewingers look like?
That's a question.
I've never seen one.
I've heard of these things, but I can't say I've ever seen one.
Should we roll, or did we do that already?
You did roll this before, and I think it was Ophelia and Arya actually.
Okay.
I'd both heard of them and heard of them around. Never actually seen them themselves, but they're these tiny little things that kind of look humanoid. Mostly wear masks and strange little bundles of what seems like straw as clothing.
Mm.
So how are we planning on searching for these things then? Are we just gonna stand around and look at the Juns and hope to spot a little man with a mask? Or are we gonna go in and start searching?
I'm happy just to roll on in and start having a hunt.
I'll put Meep on the hunt too. He's got a good eyes for these things.
Fab.
Meep just goes
One then
Meep.
So are you actively searching for any signs of said creatures?
Yeah.
Sure. Whilst we're on the way to go and deliver our... Yeah.
Sure. So I will say whoever's leading it, so maybe me, can do either survival or investigation check with advantage. And then whilst you're going along, you see some fishers that are just kind of like doing their thing. And they are singing, "Triglio, lads, an oyster upon the line. Triglio, lads, and bring yon fishers in." And they just keep repeating that over and over again.
Okay, so Meep.
Can I, as of adult, I get tireless precision, which is a 1d4 on investigation. Can I transfer that to Meep
I will say in
since
this
I'm
case,
helping?
yes.
Nice.
Because it's
So you
kind
get
of
a
like you're doing it
d4.
as a party, but yeah, Meep's the one leading it. So overall, that's an 18. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. As you're searching, whilst heading towards Triglio, you get to the general store before Meep manages to find anything, but he carries on snuffling around the shop as, I guess, Fidvan walks in with the furs. And the guy behind the counter, it looks pretty much like a scarecrow. He's very tall, skinny, with this very blonde, ragged hair that just kind of sticks out in all sorts of directions. And his left hand seems to be just completely mangled, just destroyed and useless, which he's just kind of leaning on that arm on the counter. And he just kind of nods as you come in. As a general store, he seems to sell any kind of goods whatsoever that you'd find in a general store. Like climbers' gear, snowshoes, that kind of paraphernalia that is sold within 10 towns itself. It is more the snowy kind of thing. The one noticeable thing that he doesn't seem to sell is anything fishing related. No fishing rods or anything like that.
Can I analyze his hand in some way, see what happened to it?
Sure, medicine check.
I think I'm just going to ask him outright.
You
would
just
like-
ask him out.
I probably could, but that's not Fidvan's way, at least not the first instinct.
Arya, what are you going to
Just get
say?
to write it down, Fidman.
What are you going to say to him, Arya, then?
I was going to say, I hope you don't find me impertinent, but can I just ask what on earth happened to your arm?
Oh, it was a fishing accident way back. Back when...
Fishing accident? What kind of fish?
Well, it was an incredibly large knucklehead trout that we'd managed to pull in with the with the rope itself, but it started to just flail around, and it actually got back into the water and began pulling the boat, if you believe it, away and towards another boat. And whilst I'm trying to pull back the net in, my hand's stuck in the net, and we crashed into the other ship, and it completely destroyed it. And he kind of like holds up his mangled bottom half of his hand, or arm.
God.
Yeah, not the.
I
Not the
don't know
nicest.
why. I just have a feeling that I need to insight it.
Okay.
It sounds a little too epic. Did you get a look at what was pulling your boat? That must have been quite a creature.
Well, we don't know.
Oh.
Oh wow. Yes, he's definitely telling the truth. Though he does seem to be keeping something a little behind about what the exact creature was. It definitely wasn't a knucklehead trout that would pull a whole ship.
Oh, I might say to him, I've been around these parts all my life, and I just can't imagine that knucklehead trout would really have that capacity. Are you sure you're not mistaken?
Yeah, I've never caught one that big either. Not an entire time I've been here.
He kind of like leans in,
So
seeing
can
your.
I not persuade him to tell me the truth? I'm
Yeah,
quite charismatic.
Go on, do a persuasion check then.
Persuasion. Okay, so this is where I get like a natural 1.
Oh.
No, that's not bad at all. A 19 altogether, really good. So he kind of eyes you up, and you can tell he's a bit reticent to say this, but he goes, "Well, you see, you look like the sort that could possibly help out, but it's not really something that's been going on around here recently. This was only like 2 years ago, but more commonly, there seems to be some kind of creature that they say is going around in the lakes themselves. You're probably better off going up towards what was the other one called? One of the other towns, but there's some strange creature they say has a long snake-like neck, prowling around in the water.
Snake-like neck?
Yeah, its head pops above the water every now and then, but it's been attacking ships, you see. Any boats that go out trying to get knucklehead trout.
Loch Ness Monster, by any chance?
The stuff he's describing, he will even describe like something that kind of has this weird, basically just like that same story of a long neck with a small head that pokes above the water. I'm just trying to find out which town it was that.
Well, Fitman's interest is piqued.
Yeah, the whole time he's been speaking, Grimleg's been looking from his face to his hand to his face to his hand.
You got me wondering how that thing might taste.
Taste? Well, that's a rather crude question. We imagine the anatomy of such a thing to be able to pull a boat just effortlessly like that with that strength. That must be a marvelous creature.
Grimleg's imagining its anatomy too. Roasted.
We could add a couple of herbs. Put it on a big spit.
Oh, big spit.
A really big spit.
Really big. Really big. Like from a house to another house. Oh.
Oh, we could smoke it. We could put it in a big house and then put some like chips in there and smoke the whole thing.
Oh wow. We would need so many bark bits.
Yeah,
we would be
we would.
hunting for days for bark bits, but imagine
Watch,
how juicy.
Watch
And-
chips.
but wait,
Precious.
This place is so cold though. At least it wouldn't rot. The carcass would sit there for weeks.
Oh, we could go in and get meat and leave, and you'd come out smoky smelling and full.
I don't mean to be interrupting your weird conversation there, but I don't know if you'd want to eat such a thing. Anyway, I just remembered what town it is. It's Bremen. If you go up a bit further north around, the Bremen fishers have been struggling with this strange creature.
Oh no, it's a sandworm.
The Bremen. Yes. Snowworm.
Snowworm.
Are you telling us we have to cross those great snow dunes?
He just kind of like looks at the two of you like, are the small ones okay? Have they been smoking something?
No, that was last night.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you've got smoking things? I want some.
Oh yeah, back at home. But I don't know how we're going to be here. I'm hoping we can get back tonight, but who knows?
We'll
With
try and find some. Bye.
with the
We
conversation,
don't
he-
even know what this creature is, and if there is any more than one, and you're already thinking of eating it.
Hmm.
Sorry, it's in my nature.
So you've
Maybe
already
it's a
got
high.
you've already got the gold, by the way. He's handed that over for the furs.
Oh, nice.
And
Is
thank
that
you.
5 gold each? Or 5 gold
That
in
is
total?
5 gold in total, which he hands to the person
Oh.
that gave him the furs, which was Fidvan.
Oh,
I want
But
Fidman's
How many
5
of
gold
those-
richer.
How many of us are there? Are we 5 or 6 people?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So what? 8 silver each? Does that work?
Yeah, there is 6 of us. Does that work? Let me check.
Wait.
I don't need to take any gold.
you. Supporting
I
it.
don't feel like I played a very big part in taking delivery job.
We have protected it. You deserve share. Supporting it. You must accept gold.
No, it's fine. If I need anything, things seem to work out when I.
Like narrows his eyes in frustration.
You did just as much work as any of us in bringing it here safely.
Oh no, fine. Share it among yourselves.
It's Grimleg's job to teach you how to survive. You're not listen to Grimleg.
On my part, you can keep the money if you help me find this giant beast that we can cook and eat it.
Oh.
I-
Yeah, I hope you find this beast, but do we really need to kill it? Has it already done so much wrong?
I do not believe so either, no.
It
Well-
depends if we can eat it without killing it.
I'm not sure on what it's destroyed and stuff, but you might want to ask the speaker of Bremen and just see if there's some kind of reward involved in it. I'm sure after it's destroyed ships and stuff that there surely would be a price on its head. Maybe they'll just give you a reward for getting rid of it altogether if you can convince it to go.
Rid of it! You're also...
Think of the hide we could sell as well.
I wonder if it's scaly or rubbery.
As an interruption, the door slams open and Meep is stood in the doorway, falling on his back feet and stares in and goes, Meep, and begins pointing with his horn in a certain direction.
Oh.
What?
He's come to kill us. I mean, what? It's like, this town ain't big enough for the two of us.
He's just
What do you see, Meep?
He's just kind of doing the head roll and like pointing back outside.
Oh, I think he's found something.
Let's go.
You want to follow him? Meep just leads the way.
Sure.
Yeah, Meep is eagerly kind of like bloodhound sniffing across the floor, and you kind of see when he gets to a certain point, there is these tiny little feet in the snow that lead away from what appears to be one of the houses, with a small little trail behind it as if it's dragging something.
Looks like he's found something. Found evidence of your little people.
Might go,
Well, that's
So it-
ironic coming from
might
you.
go investigate where he's been to try and find them.
Grimleg will keep his eyes wide open, looking for tinier people than himself.
So, sorry, what did we find? I was distracted.
Tiny footprints. And the big drag mark.
A
Ah.
drag mark.
Are these footprints and drag marks clear enough that we can follow them?
Yeah, Meep's managed to point them out to you, so you can now all notice them. You wouldn't have probably noticed them anyway, but like if you were just walking past, because they're so small in comparison. But yeah, now that Meep's pointed it out and is following these tracks, you can clearly follow them. They seem to lead back out of the town itself.
Oh.
Oh. Should we follow them, or do we want to load up with anything?
Yeah, I already came everything. Get it out with everything. Don't need any more.
I'm good.
Yes, I have everything I need for now as well.
Us, we don't want to lose the tracks either. The snow might blow and then all of a sudden they're gone and it'll take us a while to find them again. So,
Oh, you know what? Real quick, I'm gonna. Do I have? Do I have a hooded lantern? Where did it go? Ah, there it
I
is.
have a hooded lantern too. So
I'm
if you
just
need it.
gonna. I'm planning to just like empty the oil out of it, and put it back in my reservoirs so that I can put the Chwinga if we catch it in the lantern.
Oh,
Are they that small?
Yeah, I think so.
They're tiny, so it's possible
Well,
that
that's
they'd be able to
technically,
fit in.
wouldn't that be kind of like? What if it's like intelligent? Wouldn't that be kind of like keeping a slave?
No.
I just raised a single eyebrow. Right, Meep, lead the way. Where are you taking us?
Meep trudges off through the snow out of the village, and leads you kind of like slightly up a bit of a hill towards that western kind of side, and you can see like this very gentle kind of like mark going all the way up, where it seems to have dragged this thing behind it, and I would like the party, so whoever wants to lead this, to make a wisdom perception check.
Me.
Okay.
I am super good at those.
Anybody helping?
Sure.
Yeah.
Meep will help. He rolls at advantage. There's a sight
am.
and hearing.
Everybody's doing it. So yeah, roll
Right,
an advantage.
it's just-
Was
Matthew.
it perception?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I meant to just.
Oh, everybody
That's
just
it.
throw
Me.
your dice
Go
in.
down.
Yeah.
Go down.
I went out perception, you beep.
He does as well.
He did. That
I need to put this raven further back. It keeps falling forwards. Yeah, Grimleg easily finds this. So when you go up, you see this movement behind some conifers, and find a little clearing. Which
Guess I'll
behind
join in. Yeah.
you see these little
Ooh.
fellas. So 3 of them, playing within
yes.
some branches and
Okay.
pine cones, and in between them is a dinner plate upside down. One of them has a knife and fork and is just kind of like stabbing the fork down onto the plate and then sawing the knife back and forwards, whilst the other 2 kind of like sit there and clap. And then one of them has this, which is very large for it, this teacup, and lifts up the teacup and holds it upside down above its head, and like kind of like holds its head up, and then puts the teacup back down.
Hmm.
Human-like or humanoid-like actions.
I want to cast detect thoughts and see if these guys know what they're doing.
Do you have to share a
language.
language to do detect thoughts?
Oh, I don't remember.
Let me check.
Being like, go to Metal Gear Solid mode.
Nice dice.
You can read the thoughts on creatures. If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, or doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected.
Okay, so that's more of the... Right.
It doesn't say anything about needing a common language, though.
So if it doesn't speak any languages, it won't work, but you don't need a common language.
Apparently not.
Well, up to you then, if you want to use it or not.
Sure, yeah, I'll use it. I want to know what these things are.
So you zone in with it, and you having been around for a while, kind of like can tell an intelligent creature when you see it, so it's not like it wouldn't be wasted in that way. But they don't seem to have a language to be able to read their thoughts.
Fuck. Well, there goes my one-a-day thing.
Good try, very good try.
Huh. I'll scribble down that they don't seem to have a language.
What
just
exactly did
scribble
she want us? Did she want us to bring one back with us, or?
I have no clue. These are just interesting things. I don't know what the girl said.
I think I don't actually remember either.
Brilliant. I'm going to say you definitely do remember, and I'll just remind you that she did want you to bring one back. That was the whole point. It wasn't just find them, it was that she wanted one to be able to study. She definitely didn't want it back dead, she wanted it back alive, and in one piece, so not harmed at all.
I'm gonna try and snatch one gently and get it in the lantern secure.
So you're sneaking up and trying to grab one?
Yeah, I rolled stealth just before that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Do me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, come on. Be a fast boy.
Oh,
Be a sleight-of-handed boy. Do I get to do it at advantage because I'm stealthing?
no.
Yeah.
It all depends
Well-
on what their natural.
I think you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, as soon as you come close, and it's possible you go for the one that's like had the cup in front of it. The other two kind of like don't notice you're even there, even though they're looking straight at you. But as soon as you go to like touch the little Chwinga, it suddenly flicks round and sees you, and holds its hands up and just kind of like runs away dramatically. The others, then noticing that you are there, sort of like stop and stare at you, and they both kind of cock their heads to the side and then back straight again. And one of
I want to raise my hand.
Can I like dramatically run after the one who's dramatically running away?
Sure. The one that wasn't like using any kind of like implements whatsoever looks over the group and choosing one that it probably likes the look of most, which is going to go off at a certain stat. I'm now checking for everybody. It's definitely not you. Oh, I'm pretty sure everybody's got the same. Oh no, Ophelia's got slightly less. Oh, it's going to be Sean.
Uh-oh. Oh, damn it.
So what the Chwinga kind of like stood on its own. It kind of approaches you, Sean, and then starts motioning with its little hands for you to come forwards, and then starts dramatically sort of holding its hands out towards the plate, and then the one with the knife and fork holds up its knife and fork towards you, as they're both kind of like gesturing towards the plate and like patting the floor as if to get you to sit down.
I will most definitely go and sit down with them. Take out my.
Sorry, it cut off
Oh,
when you
I
said
think you
take
cut
out.
Take out my magic kit.
Oh, okay. The one with the knife and fork looks excited and starts waving them around, and then begins to proceed with stabbing the fork into the plate and then sawing with the knife.
I will match them as we tend to imagine.
Oh, it's cutting out again.
It doesn't like you to do.
Try again.
I said I will match them with what they're doing.
Yeah, no
With-
problem.
Okay.
With your own little mess kit. So you start doing that, and the other one that's not holding anything, like, holds its hands up into the air and starts like spinning around, and seems to be really enjoying this. It even does like a little kind of like faux laugh kind of pose where it holds its stomach and kind of like shakes and everything. But yeah, they seem excited as Grimleg is also chasing around the other one that's holding its arms up and just running around in circles.
Do you think they want food? I mean, the gestures they are making seem to suggest they've seen people eating.
They either want food or they want to eat us.
It's going to eat this one.
Maybe we
Let's
should just
hope
feed
it's
them to Grim. Feed Grimleg to them.
What? You're going to make me lose my Chwinga. Don't talk about such things.
And he pulls out a half-eaten purple carrot that he got in Prince Shander and kind of pops it down, hands it to Shan to give to the Chwingas.
Yeah, I'll pop some of my rations down on my plate and the carrot on the Chwinga's plate.
So the one that Grimleg is chasing suddenly stops and runs back to the plate as they all just like stand and stare at the carrot that's been dropped, and then they all look up at Hassak, and the one with the knife and fork stabs the carrot very dramatically as if it's trying to kill a creature, and then gets the knife and very kind of like methodically begins sawing it as if a log of wood, and cuts through the carrot. And then
I want to clap.
Oh, what did you say? Sorry.
I'm clapping at the performance.
It cuts off quite a large piece for its size. Like the carrot itself is like tree sized.
Same size as it.
Yeah, it's larger than the Chwinga. It cuts off a piece that's bigger than its head, and sort of using both hands to hold the fork, lifts it up to its face and kind of gently bashes its little mask onto the carrot, and then all of them just like it drops the fork, and they all synchronize to just hold up their arms and just like charge towards Shan and Hassak and just start like patting them all over. But yeah, they seem very interested in you in general. Like they start climbing up you and like looking at your face, sort of like inspecting your nostrils. Probably Hassak's beard. Like one of them begins like feeling through his beard.
Oh, no, that hurts. Stop talking.
The one's like sat on Shan's shoulders and gets like one like a pieces of her hair and kind of like dangles it over its own head and begins like stroking it as if it's like got hair and it's trying to like play with it and stuff.
That's like Pop says on Meep's head, so near the horn, so you can like hang on to the horn.
Well, it looks like you don't have to taste them.
Can I wave my hand sort of through the air? Cast prestidigitation to make wind chimes.
Yes. Yeah, you can. And you see them again. Like they don't seem to make any sound, but the one sat on your shoulders, like legs start kicking out as it holds its stomach and kind of like goes backwards, looking like it's laughing, quite childishly. And then almost as if like on some kind of cue, very dramatically stands up and begins whirling its own hands in the air, and you see this small faint sparkle between the hands, and it pushes it towards you, Shan, and you feel it kind of like go into your skin, like this warm feeling that goes into you, and you now have, which you can add to your character sheet somewhere, Charm of Animal Conjuring.
Ooh.
Oh.
Very fancy.
Weirdly enough, you know what the charm is as soon as it goes into you, but this Chwinga has granted you this special gift, and it just like sits back down on your shoulder and begins kind of like kicking its feet out again.
Whoa. They just did something to her. Are you hurting my
super
subordinate?
expecting like a check.
Yeah,
Say
it actually cast inflict wounds on you. No.
That's what I was expecting.
Level
Make a constitution check. You are now cursed for life.
You fell into their childish ploy, and now you are cursed. But no, it seems.
For the rest of your days, you'll see invisible Chwingas everywhere you go.
Oh no, they're not. I guess now we just have to convince them to come with us, right?
I suppose.
These guys would make really good subordinates. They have magic.
Yeah, they don't seem to be overly reliable, though.
But they are nimble.
One of them
Perhaps.
points at Grimleg and then does like almost like a, I guess, some kind of Godzilla pose, as if it's trying to be some big scary creature, and starts stomping about in the snow. And then you see the other one that's on the floor just kind of starts faux giggling as well.
I will do that too. See, they know I'm big scary leader. I will match their impersonation. And it's like, yes, I am big goblin chief.
They literally ruffle. They fall on the floor and roll around, laughing.
Well, at least they know their place.
But yeah, the one on Sean's shoulder just seems very happy to just be sat there for the time being. Even if you go to stand up, it'll stay there.
Don't want to look at me. I'd like to scratch my head a little bit.
Yeah.
Like kind of like kitten scritches.
Yeah, it accepts them and just kind of like, it's like you can see, it's more like the one on the right, which has got like the straw kind of effects on it. It makes that kind of like rustling sound as you rustle soft straw. Seems to like it. It kind of like leans into it, like it's enjoying it.
Now the question is, will they follow us? Come, minions! Follow Grimleg to an unknown destination.
We're gonna start like shuffling away. See if they follow.
They don't seem particularly bothered about you as you shuffle away.
What if I bring my most prized subordinate?
I'll start dragging Sean away.
Okay, I'll very slowly stand up so I don't startle the one on my shoulder. And follow Grimleg.
Okay. So you start following Grimleg, and the one on your shoulder just stays there. The other two, kind of like hop back down, and after like inspecting some of the other party members, like Ophelia and Arya, just kind of like go back to the plate and begin playing there. But the one on Sean just stays sat on Sean.
Ophelia was not comfortable with that.
They were like feeling your clothes, like
She
really
did
nice.
not consent.
Bad touch.
Seems like one of them was quite happy with you. Perhaps we
Stranger danger.
sit there the whole time.
Well,
Like you made a friend.
I think I have made a new friend.
Mm.
the other two just gonna stay back there? Bring your friends.
Do they seem to be made out of ice to you? Because I can't seem to pick out any particular structure to their body.
I don't know. It's just fey things, I think. I saw equally strange fey creatures in the past. They don't make sense.
Well, I'm sure they make some sense.
Nope, no sense.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
Oh, you first.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, we could start trying to go back, or what do you guys think?
I'm in agreement. Go back. But,
I mean, we don't really know much about what's going on in this new town.
Should we ask about first? Have a look, see if there's any quests.
Quests?
Quests.
Yeah, so you can head back down towards the town with your little new friend in tow, sat on Sean. Even as you approach like the gates themselves, it seems really happy to just go along with you, and even like every now and then does like a little fake, like it's looking around and trying to look into the distance, enjoying its little adventure. But yeah, as you kind of like go back into the town itself, I'll just read this as it is from the book. As you trudge through town, snow crunching underneath your feet, you hear the bark of a dog over the whistle of the wind. A wolf-sized sled dog with light grey fur runs towards you, dragging a broken leather harness behind it. The dog seems to instantly gun into the group and actually jumps up at Arya and starts like, kind of like friendly, its tail's wagging, jumps up at her with its paws on her shoulders and kind of like licks her face and barks.
Looks like it's a day for making friends.
Do I know the dog, or is it just?
You don't seem to recognise this specific dog. You've seen plenty of sled dogs before.
Okay. I'll just stroke it, make a fuss of it.
It bounds back down and kind of like barks at you, and then does that thing that dogs sometimes do where it spins around and then kind of like goes in a certain direction but still looks back at you expectantly.
Can I tell if it wants me to do anything or go anywhere?
They want you to follow them. Go.
Yeah, I'll kind of go where he's heading.
Yeah, as soon as you like step towards the dog, it kind of like takes a jump forwards, and noticing that you're following it, begins like kind of like running ahead, and then every now and then will stop and turn around to make sure you're still following it.
Okay, I'll carry on following it.
It takes you a little way through town, and then eventually gets to just the door of quite a modest-looking house, and it begins like barking and scratching at the door until a man answers the door. Weirdly enough, it describes the man as a handsome man in his 30s. He's a human, and the dog just races straight inside.
I know who the dog is. Not the dog, sorry, the person.
No, again, you don't recognise them.
Okay. I'll just look a bit startled and be like, "Oh, hello, your lovely dog over here. He's led me here. My name's Arya. Apologies for, trespass. I hope you didn't feel I'm trespassing.
Oh no,
we're kind of a bit lost in these parts.
Of course not. It's your first time in Targos, then?
Yes. Yeah, first time properly in this. I've kind of bypassed the town, but yeah, first time properly in here.
Okay, well, come on in. I'll offer a warm cup of cider. Obviously, Boy brought you here for a reason, so I'll gladly have you. Come sit down.
You called your dog
Thank
Boy.
you.
Yeah, the dog's called Boy.
And what a lovely boy he is. I'll go and fuss him again.
Exactly. That's why my husband called it that. Yes, come on. I've got some cider on right now, so just take a seat and I'll serve some cups up and be right with you. And the dog's
Thank
like
you.
just inside, curled up next to the fire, and just kind of like barks at you friendly as you step on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be near the dog. Have my cider.
He's a good boy. So yeah, you're just in the house. So the guy comes back and introduces himself as
Oh my God.
he's multiple people.
Spoiler.
He introduces himself as Keegan Velrin. I was born in 10 Towns, but my husband came from a wealthy family in Neverwinter. Garrett didn't care for city life when I met him. He was working as a guide. He loves the outdoors, and he lives to climb mountains. A few days ago, though, Garrett was hired by some adventurers to lead them up the slopes of Kelvin's Cairn. You've probably seen it. It's the large mountain in the centre of all the 10 Towns. Garrett's plan was to take the adventurers to Caer Conig, which is the town at the foot of Kelvin's Cairn. After they acquired some climbing gear from the outfitter there, he was to lead them up the mountain. Garrett took 6 dogs and a sled with him. Boy here was Garrett's favourite. Raised him from a pup. Boy would never leave Garrett's side unless something terrible had happened.
Well, I can see he has left his side. So, what terrible things have happened?
I'm not sure. I don't know these adventures that.
How long ago was this?
It was a couple days ago.
So they might not have even made it to Karen Connick.
Maybe not. But you guys look like you're quite well prepared for all this. I can see you look quite wizardly yourself, little halfling. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Sometimes you don't like being called little. Forget that. But I know it's a lot to ask. Could I persuade you to go up to Caer Konig and Kelvin's Cairn and search for Garrett and his companions?
Can I just do a bit of an insight on this guy?
Yeah, sure. He kind of carries on as you're like checking him out to see if he's suspicious or not. I don't have any money, but the proprietor of the Luskan Arms is a friend of mine. I could get you some free rooms at the inn. I'm also a scrimshander. Sorry, I took a while to read what that said. A scrimshander by trade, and can give you some of my artwork as reward.
What now?
What on earth is a scrimshander?
Yeah, I'm wondering that too.
I guess an engraver.
A scrimshander?
I think.
An engraver? Maybe.
Person who makes scrimshaws.
Yeah.
Scrimshaw is an adorned ivory shells carved with coloured designs.
There we go.
Oh.
So he makes shells, colourful shells, or carved colour
Oh.
designs.
makes
Scrimshaw
sense.
jewellery and antique furniture on sale. In bone or ivory. Carvings done in bone or ivory.
Ah, okay, interesting.
So it's common for whalers engraved by the by.
Well, that makes sense since this is a fishing
Yeah.
town. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
yeah, I can offer you some of those. And strangely enough, as you look around, there's like whalebone everywhere that's carved into lovely looking objects.
You don't
What?
say.
What about the dog? Could the dog be given to us as
Ooh,
maybe? Well,
You can't have the man's pets.
yeah, I don't know.
That's
I
rude.
don't know if
That-
Garrett would be happy with you keeping Boy, but you can certainly take him with you. Up to
you can lead us to
Conic
this
and-
guy.
What?
Well, he will lead us to the guy who is missing.
Oh, he could certainly help. He'd know his scent, so as soon as he's close enough, he'd probably be able to help you there.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'll go get acquainted with the boy.
I want to keep an eye on what the fuck Grimleg's doing.
I'm just going to go say hi to the dog. Nothing weird.
Sorry, what did you say, Arya?
I just saying, if we're taking the dog, I'd like to be the one who bees with him and kind of leads him.
No, I am the dog man. I am the dog goblin.
That dog will eat you for breakfast.
I will ride him. He will be my friend. I'm gonna try.
I would think that slot is taken for the dog.
No. Look, he's got a harness. He's made for riding. Hey. Strong, hardy animal. I'm going to go up and say hi.
With Arya saying that she'll be the one to take on Boy, Keegan hands you the kind of like a lead, I guess, quite a long leather lead, and hands that to you and goes, mostly he won't go too far, but just in case.
Thank
Well,
you.
You can lead him as long as I can ride him.
Well, he might not want to be ridden by a goblin.
So that's for him to decide. Come here.
I'm gonna try and roll.
Okay.
Come on! I will try and make friends with the doggo.
Okay, that's not bad. So yeah, you start like kind of like giving him some scritches in the neck and stuff.
Back when I was
I'll start like talking to the dog and be like,
Back when I was in Goblin Pack, we had dogs much bigger than you. Called wargs. Very useful. You look useful. Will you be useful for Grimleg?
Brr.
Yes, good boy. And then Grimleg will teach you to savage his enemies.
Brr.
Yes.
yeah, I'll try and gingerly hop on his back.
Easy does it.
And it just kind of like lets you get on as you kind of like half stroking him, half mounting him.
Aha. See? We are good friends now. Isn't that right, boy?
I'll give him a little treat from one of my rations.
He
I
greedily,
don't
like,
imagine that'll
shuffles
last.
it up. Yeah, it's like literally gone in a second.
Yes.
Should I take a ration up?
Yes, please.
Uh,
Emily, you now should have a dog called Boy in your
In your inventory.
characters. Yes. Well, no, not in your
Okay.
inventory, but in the characters part. If you open up creatures, it should be there.
Creatures? Where does it say creatures?
When you go onto the actors bit,
Actors,
so
yeah.
people bit, you know where you normally open up your character sheet? There's a bit at the top that says creatures. If you click on that,
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes, I've got something that says boy.
yes, so that's the dog. Weirdly enough, the only image for it is like a wolf with blood on its muzzle. He doesn't look like that.
Oh, dear.
That's a bit grim for a nice friendly dog. Hang on, I'll show everybody. There you go.
Yeah. He's learning Grimleg's lessons well.
You know, I think I know what happened to your husband.
Oh no.
No, Karen.
Oh, I'm happy I've got a dog.
Yeah, you've now got a dog.
You mean Grimleg has a dog? Yeah.
Boy's not going anywhere. He's just like sat or lying in front of the fire, just now with Grimleg on his back.
Well, I'd like to go explore with Boy. You can come if you wish, Arya.
Yes, I'm coming with you.
Okay. I'm going to go explore with Boy and do some riding.
So
Might have to change that name.
what? Change his name from Boy?
eventually. Yeah.
From boy to boy.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call him yet, but I think I will change it.
From Boy to Boy.
Yes.
So
You know, I don't think we're gonna be keeping him long enough for that to be a possibility.
You know what
You
I'm
can't just take someone's pet off them.
when I'm
We find
holding
him
out.
alive, you know. Imagine he'll want his dog back.
But if we find him dead, free dog.
It's true. Very true.
It would probably go to the husband before us.
True.
Eh,
But he might not want him, you know. Reminder and all that.
yes, exactly.
You never know. So are we gonna go and find this guy, or are we?
Well, we might as well. It's
The longer we wait, the less chances he is going to survive out in that blizzard. What if he was also eaten by a yeti?
Keegan
don't say
kind of
the
like
Y word.
Keegan kind of stares at you and goes, no, I don't think that Garrick would be stupid enough, especially with these adventures outside, to get attacked by a
Yes,
Yeti.
I was meaning to ask. You said you didn't see these adventurers?
Oh no, I was never there for the hiring and stuff like that, so Garrick just got the job and told me he was leaving and took the dogs.
Right.
And do you know what they were doing exactly?
So I'm not sure why they were travelling up to Kelvin's Cairn itself, but as I say, they went to Caer Conig first to get some supplies, which would probably take about 14 hours on foot, and then we're heading up to Kelvin's Cairn as it's the closest one. If you were to try and go straight to Kelvin's Cairn from here, just across the tundra, it would take you a good 24 hours. It's very dangerous that way, so you probably should stick to the roads and go to the towns first.
We should also get climbing gear too if we're going to be following in his footsteps.
For sure.
I agree, yes.
It'd probably be best to go to Caer Conig first and do that.
I do have. I might have climbing gear. What does climbing gear include?
It
Is
should
it like-
include pitons, rope, hammer to hammer in the pitons.
Yep, I have that.
Ken Hatzak roll like a history check to see if there's any reason why he would know the adventurers would want to go to the Kelvin's Cairn Cairn Connig.
Well, Cairn Connig is just a town, so that would just be for supplies. You'd know that just straight away.
Yeah.
Kelvin's Cairn, do me a history check.
Sorry, is that a yes?
I think he said history.
Oh, history check. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. There you go.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, dirty 20. So
Very dirty.
there's possibly a lot of treasure up in the mountains. Some people believe that one of the dragon's lairs, the great dragon that you keep hearing about, I'm not going to try and pronounce the name of without reading it, has one of its lairs up there. And there might be a lot of treasure. There's also the rumors of a Yeti den up there that from time to time they sometimes abduct people. So it could also possibly be that someone's been abducted and the adventurers were wishing to bring said person back.
To be honest, Keegan, it sounds like your husband might have been hired by a bunch of nutters. You do realize that up there's, they say that the dragon lair's up there. And then on top of that, you've got your Yetis lairing up there. And then on top of that, you've got a blizzard up there.
That does seem rather unwise.
I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but I would accept that the good stroke of fortune of getting Boy back, you might not get your husband back.
But I wouldn't get too attached to the dog either.
You're not having the dog.
I'm slapping this guy, like in the back of the head.
I'm actually getting quite attached to Boy at this point as well.
Look, Keegan, what I'm saying is, when I first arrived here, I was stranded for at least a week out in that blizzard, off of a ship that had no way of getting out. And trust me, that wasn't anywhere near a mountain with Yetis or a dragon.
Well, I'd still appreciate, if the worst has come to pass, that you still try and at least bring me back some evidence of his fate. And he seems kind of sad, but also kind of like he was expecting that kind of outcome from the get-go.
Were you aware of the dangers before he went?
Not really. I mostly stay at home, do the cooking, keep things going, and just wait for him to come back. He always comes back after his adventures and leading people around. He's been up Kelvin's Cairn before.
No.
And he's been luckier than most before.
Let's hope that luck hasn't run out just yet.
Maybe he's a mountain man of great skill. He may still be alive. I say we set off as soon as possible then.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go and try and find something out.
If we don't find his body,
just anything. Just
nods.
go. If you can go there and bring back anything, I would give you all that I have. Even if you come back with nothing and there was no evidence that he was up there, at least try and find some of the adventurers he was with. There must be some kind of scrap of something up there.
I'll be like, yes, of course. I'm
Yes.
determined. Yeah, I'll go for it.
Thank you. Take good care of Boy for me. He'll be able to find something whilst you're up there.
I will.
Keegan kind of like nods at you, Grimleg, and sort of like pats you quite warmly on the shoulder and goes, "Thank you. This is why you should never judge a person just by their first
By their
appearance."
race.
By their race. This is why you should not be a racist. But But yeah,
Yeah, Grimleg likes dogs. Dogs are great.
yes.
Useful very much.
And
And,
they're a great judge of
friendly.
character.
oh, I hope not.
He narrows his eyes at you, just kind of like, well, I was trying to give you a compliment, but
Sorry, goblin joke.
He
I-
is a goblin. Goblins will goblin.
yes, well, you don't seem bad at all. But thank you very much. Whatever you can, just if you can bring back anything back, I'll be happy. Yeah, I suppose that we're nearing the end of this one. The next choice is, where do you go next? Are you going to-
I reckon follow the footsteps, get some more. I mean, how much climbing gear do we need for 6 people?
Do we all need climbing gear? Because my athletics is really good. Or is it like...
As long as you've got the pythons and rope, that would help with the climbing.
Yeah.
You can get harnesses and stuff that give you advantage on the climbing itself.
I suggest we get climbing kits for everyone, and then it would be easier for having
we
everything
going-
for everyone.
Because I have 10 pitons, and I think we all have rope.
Yeah, everybody.
So we
I don't think I've got any rope.
Yeah, I don't know if I have rope.
Oh, really?
So,
It's usually in almost every
every
pack.
It
every
seems
pack.
to make things smell nice for some reason.
That'll
So,
definitely
why
help
don't-
climbing a mountain.
If we're heading off to Calvin's Cairn, why don't we? Do you want to go off to Carrick and then off to Calvin's Cairn, or do you want to go to Tourmaline and go off
Oh, I
through the
do have
snow?
rope.
I mean,
Oh, it's
if it's probably best to follow the roads if there's blizzards going on.
I'm just saying we could go through the Dwarven Valley and then come out.
But if we follow the roads, I could probably organize some axe beaks with the gift that my little friend has given.
Oh.
I
And then
reckon
there's-
we could jump off to visit them.
I don't know how long it would take to travel there on axe beak, but
It'd be a lot quicker, that's for sure.
probably get.
If
Yeah.
we're
Yeah,
if we're going past Bryn Shander, we could see what's going on with the Chwinga
Yeah,
as
I
well.
agree. I think that would be a good. Well, maybe go to like East Haven on the way.
Yeah, you can go on all through.
Uh,
I mean, it's up to you. Like the choices go all the way down this way, all the way to Caerconnig, which is pretty much like the furthest town away from where you currently
Yeah.
are. Or you could obviously go the
But
other way.
That's where the guy went, right?
Yeah, he went to Caerconnig first.
Oh.
Why don't we just ask the dog to take us to where he was last?
Barf.
The dog may just run in a straight line right through the entire snow.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
But you also know there's the thing going off in Bremen with some strange creature. Or like Hassak said, you could head up to Tourmaline and go that way and check out those places. It's all up to you.
So,
I do want to see what's up with the creature, but this feels a little more pressing.
I mean, if we go along the roads, we pass through Bryn Shander anyway,
You can drop off your little friend.
so we could walk to Bryn Shander, drop off the little friend, then I can get us to go the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think maybe like off to Brent Shander and then grab some maybe axe beaks or something because it's looking like it's going to be a much more necessary thing. And then off to Cairnconic, which then we can hopefully use the axe beaks to get from Cairnconic to Calvin's Cairn as well. So
Mm-hmm.
who knows? Climbing the mountain might be easy with the axe beaks.
do we think they'd be good with the? Would we have to leave them at the bottom, or could they actually?
As a meta, I can only summon for 1 hour.
Yeah,
Summon what? Sorry.
I can summon the axe beaks for an hour, and then
Oh.
they disappear.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's literally the charm
Oh.
pretty much gives you just conjure animals as an actual
Yeah, as an action
yeah,
3 times.
I believe so.
Or-
I'm just trying to find the
3 times ever, and then it appears.
yeah.
Hmm. We could probably afford them.
But yeah, with 50 gold pieces each, and then
Yeah.
things, so we could have afforded them's not a problem.
Well, if you want to, and stop drawing circles on my mountain,
I'm trying to
you can
I'm trying
decide
to mark
between next time.
where we have missions.
Quests.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess
But
that's a good way.
I can't make it not white though. White's really bad on this back.
Yeah.
I believe you can change color when you're first doing it.
It's like
But I'll
blue
do
or
it now.
something.
Do we like blue?
Blue's fine. I mean, the darker blue would
Oh.
be fine, or purple or something.
Apparently that didn't do it. I wanted it to.
Oh.
Okay. Blue on
How
that.
do I delete this one?
Yeah,
Shit.
so. Plan is
Uh.
what? Brimshander and then ride the chocobos all the way to the mountain.
Yeah. Say
Could have
it.
chocolate racing stuck in the head.
I need to delete this one. I can't get rid of it.
Ah!
Ah!
Oh, is it not mine?
no.
Mine.
Thank
Start
you.
your circle.
It was my circle. I was trying to figure out how to change colours.
But yeah, there's your quest so far. So you've got Bremen to go to if you want to go figure out what this Loch Ness monster is. You can go back to Brimshander to go complete the quest with Danica. And then obviously got Caer Konig. You don't know? You could go visit some of these other places and find some other stuff to do there.
This Kelvin's thing seems pretty impressive. If she wants to see, he wants to find any evidence of his husband.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I'd prefer to save someone pretty quickly if there's.
Yeah, that sounds like a priority.
already looks like it's going to take us like a week to get to.
I think they do say like what 24 hours to get here.
Straight line.
If you go straight to Kelvin's Ken, because it's cross country, it would take 24 hours. If you follow the road to Caer Konig, that would take you 14 hours. So that would be a little quicker there, and then you just have to go cross a little bit to Kelvin's Ken.
Can we buy axe beaks here?
Darkness.
Yeah, they'd probably be on sale somewhere in the town.
On sale? Ooh, 50% off?
Not on list.
Because like, why don't we do that like now and then ride on the thing to Caer Konig straight through, and then investigate what the Chwinga lady wants to.
So what level is an axe beak?
I mean, we've already been traveling some hours today. If we're going to do that, we might want to just rest in Brimshander and then continue traveling. But I
Axe
suppose
beaks look like 1/4.
Yeah, they are. They're a quarter.
They are rated.
So you'd be able to summon 8 of those using.
8 of those, yeah.
Yeah.
we can ride with a herd of axe beaks.
Stampede.
Just stampede up the mountain.
I mean, if you guys would rather try and buy some in town, I can try and haggle. But
Yeah, we can do that.
Good.
Let's try buying them. Let's try buying them here then, shall we? And then
I suppose that's the best idea, and then we could probably save some more time.
Yeah, it'll definitely cut down time even more, because what Koenig was telling you was by foot. So by I keep wanting to call them chocobos now that you've mentioned it. It'll be a lot quicker.
yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Well, let's go find us some axe beaks.
Yeah, if we're gonna go buy some axe beaks, I guess.
Mush boy, find us some birds.
Mar?
Come on, forward.
Mar?
I'll give you a treat.
I'm gonna toss a little bit of meat.
Yeah, you throw part of a ration down on the floor, and he just goes for it instantly, taking you along with him. Do me a dex save.
Dexterity save.
You managed to hold
14.
on quite well as he just like leaps forwards for this treat, and then
Yeah.
as you're kind of like walking around, he's just kind of he seems to know that Arya's got his lead and sticks close to her. So you're mostly just kind of like stuck next to Arya as you're trotting around.
I feel like a young one on a donkey. Let us be free.
Oh dear. Is Boy quite impressed with Grimleg on his back? How's he looking?
He doesn't look particularly bothered at all. He keeps getting.
In that case, I feel like I trust dogs, in particular animal instincts, and I think if he's okay with Grimleg and he's accepted Grimleg, then I'm warming a bit more to Grimleg as well.
Okay.
Grimleg, animal tamer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's easy enough to find a Axebeak proprietor. Is that the right word? You basically find it's less of a yeah. This one right here slaps Axebeak on the back. Yeah, it's
There's
like...
so many.
You can get so many halflings in this one. But yeah, it's less of a stables and looks more like a pen, and there's just like a bunch of them. They're mostly those like white fluffy ones that I showed earlier. Yeah, and it's a dwarf lady that's kind of like sat in a rocking chair out on the sort of what do you call it? Kind of like a porch area just in front of it. Smoking a pipe and just rocking away to herself. And she just looks you over and just goes, "Hey, you after some steeds? They're travelers."
Yes. Here, you can speak to my associate.
Oh,
She is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
The goblin speaks common, I see. Not seen
Yes.
that before.
I speak more than common.
Holy shit, that's crazy. Sorry, who am I talking to? What did you say, Goblin? I was too impressed by your speaking.
I'll try Elvish on him and be like, "What do you think now?"
Did he just insult me in his goblin language?
That wasn't goblin. That was elf people language.
Dragon lady, can you calm your little creature down?
I'm civilized now.
I don't think you know what civilized means.
He's got confrontational quickly.
Yes, we would like to buy six steeds from yourself.
Oh, excellent. They're 50 gold apiece. So 6 times. Sorry, I'm getting a bit bad at maths in my own.
300.
Yes, 300. That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's too much.
I would like to cast guidance on myself as stealthily as possible.
Just in front of her, just puts a hand on your own shoulder and it glows and like
just brush the dirt off my shoulder a little bit.
It just strangely enough glows as you brush dirt off your shoulder, but yes.
Yeah. So well, as we're buying so many, and could hello.
Oh,
Hello.
is it working?
Yes, you were
As
you were
we're-
halfway through your
wait.
sentence and then you just said hello.
Yeah, I've just had like something blast my ears out.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, some tab on my system was decided to start playing music really loudly.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're on
so
about.
many. As we're buying so many, I was hoping maybe we'd get a discount. Maybe like a first-time buyer's discount as well.
I can swing that way since usually I only sell 1 or 2 at a time. What are we thinking discount wise? 10%?
Could I roll the persuasion first before I ask for it?
Sure.
AKA, if it's like a crit fail, I'm gonna ask for 40.
Yes, go on.
Per seed.
But yeah, don't forget your guidance.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Nah.
very 20.
Dirty 20. What's your
Um,
offer then?
I was thinking maybe like 35 each.
And she kind of like scratches her chin, which has kind of like spawned some stubble in her old age. She goes, yes, I can swing for that 35 each. You've got a deal, young lady. I'm warming to you already. Wait a second. Am I daydreaming? Are you wearing any? Well, not that you're not wearing any clothes, but you're not wearing any winter clothes. How are you able to go around like this?
Oh, the cold just doesn't bother me anyway.
I feel like I've heard that in a song somewhere, but I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. Sure. Oh, what a strange thing. Oh, well, it's just good. Not felt any warmth around here in years. Not after my husband got murdered by those goblins. Damn pesky goblins.
Say, old lady, do you have any warg-sized or direwolf-sized dogs instead of axebeaks?
No.
Something statistically similar to an axebeak?
I just sell X-Beaks. Can you not see? This is my pen and it's just got X-Beaks in it. There ain't no wolves around here.
Oh!
Looks like you've already got yourself a sled dog, so I don't know what you're demanding wolves for.
I might have to give him back. You
Well,
see.
you shouldn't be out
Yeah.
stealing people's dogs, you damn dirty gremlin.
I didn't steal it! I'm going to insult you in Sylvan!
It's a good job I like your lady friend over there, otherwise I'd charge 50% more.
Is this just an old lady who's particularly confrontational?
It may
She's just particularly racist against goblins.
Yeah, she particularly doesn't like you.
This
Her
is
husband died to goblins.
Yes,
I
my
actually
husband
like it.
murdered by goblins, damn dirty goblins.
Well, we murder a lot of people. Don't think your husband's special.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Quick, Grimleg, tell them you're civilized again by Gadzooks.
I love it. It's just like sometimes you just don't get on with some people, and it's great.
I'll remember this rivalry for as long as
I mean, I was just going with racist old lady, but I think she's got a particular thing against goblins now. Yes.
What do you mean you don't have any wolves? What kind of steed strop is this?
This
It's
is
okay. Look, we've got you an axebeak. It's fine.
Oh.
Don't worry.
That's
Okay.
extra. He's out on this massive axe beak with meat sitting on the back.
I give Sean my 35 gold and just staring at the old lady.
Yeah, I give Chad my 15 gold piece gem. I'm gonna need change from that.
Oh yeah, that's the point.
Oh yeah, I'm also gonna have to use my gem.
Sean just gives you back her shattered gem.
Just takes out a knife and just smashes it.
I have
Smash
exactly.
all gems into a 70% split and give the big pieces to her.
I mean, if you want to give the lady the gems, she'll convert it and give you change over in gold.
Oh, cool.
Sure, let's do that.
Yeah.
Remove my gem. Yes.
So if everyone removes the gem and just adds 50 in gold instead.
Nice.
Cost us
Do you
35 gold pieces.
have
So
souls?
15 back from the gem. So there we go.
Sorry, was someone about to say something then?
Yes, I was going to ask her if she also sells rations.
Oh, for food for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll sell basically it just they run off of a ration like you would, so instead of having
Okay.
to eat per day.
Super.
So you can buy rations from it. I can't remember the price exactly off the top of my head, but if you want to buy a certain amount, I think, is it like 2 silver pieces per ration or something?
They're usually very cheap, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cheap.
I think it might even be cheaper.
Yeah, it might be cheaper than that. Oh no, 5 silver pieces for each day. So yeah.
Wow. Ah.
Hmm.
So buy however much you
I'm-
want with that.
For rations, that is 5 silver each.
Yeah.
That's like has 5 days worth, so
Yeah, I'm gonna buy.
he's okay just now.
I'm gonna buy another 10. I think.
I think I'm going to do the same as.
Hey,
How
So
many
10 would
rations do I have?
hey, the dragon lady there. Are you the one that came through the other day? Or well, there was 2 of you then, unless I was seeing double from all that drinking I do since I'm a dwarf. Ha, ha, ha. Anyway, I saw another white dragon person come through here with a friend. Are you some kind of connection to them?
Well, my family are from these parts. They don't usually come up to this town, though. But yeah, was it another silver dragon?
Yeah, there were 2 of them that looked just like you. Even had the same kind of like emblem that you have. That
Ooh,
sun
it
emblem.
could be. It could be my mother and father.
Yes, they actually bought some axe beaks. Said they were heading up towards Lonelywood.
Oh, okay, interesting. Don't usually go up that far.
I don't want to go that way. There's nothing good up there.
Hmm. Can I ask if you spoke to them?
I didn't really speak much to them. They just wished to buy a couple axe beaks and set on their way. I think they had some kind of child with them, but I didn't really pay much attention to the child. They just had it all swaddled up.
Oh. Okay. I just kind of at the mention of the child just looks a little bit kind of like concerned, a bit worried, as if she knows something that she's not letting on.
Oh, looks like drama's following us everywhere.
Wait, they're not going to go sacrifice that child, are they?
Those pesky dragon people?
Yes, those dragon people. I hear they sacrifice kids all the time.
We are not that sort of dragon folk at all, and I'll kind of just say, because I don't really know the party that well enough yet to kind of delve too much into my background just yet, but the child is, I'll just say that the child is definitely a silver, is a unique child that's being looked after by my parents.
Well, we just stumbled on quite a few things. So, Grimleg, you said there's nothing good up there?
No, just stupid elves.
Huh.
Stupid enchanted wood. Full of nonsense.
I've spent some time with the elves in the forest. They are generally good people.
Yes. Too good. Annoying. And constantly doing poetry. Why does
You could
everything
do with
have to time?
You could do with taking a leaf out of their book, Grimleg.
All of their books are made of leaves. It's infuriating. Always speaking in rhyme, always singing early in the morning.
Ooh. Yeah,
Oh,
I know the type.
All the food is clean and free of rot. Ugh.
Well, different standards, but your heart's in the right place.
No, it's not.
Well,
Well, yes, I spent some time there too. It was most infuriating.
Well, trust me, I spent a year in those parts, and shut up. What can I say? It was difficult.
You agree?
It's a great place. They're great people.
Why was it difficult? You also like their food? And their legs?
Just looking a bit across there. Maybe when we... I'll tell you the story sometime.
Oh. We're
Well,
looking
perhaps
forward.
you can tell us on it our way to this mountain.
Yes. Okay, come, boy. We'll find a nice, good, vicious axe beak.
Barf?
I want to find the most scrappy one and aggressive.
Yeah, all the other axe speaks are like on one side of the pen, and there's this one in the other corner that's constantly like just tossing its head around and like scratching at the posts and stuff. And that's the one you go for.
Just
That's
copying
why-
everyone.
Aya at this point doesn't quite she doesn't trust Grimleg enough to be able to kind of reveal certain things about stuff that's just kind of been touched upon. So she's gonna hold off a little bit, but Grimleg and his kind of sort of hunger for theft and things like that, probably not quite in the right state. Yeah, she'll have to wait a little bit longer to trust him a bit more.
Yeah. She'll trust him with the dog, but not with the info on the special baby. Well, that's it. But
Yes, me and boy, we try and get. Subordinate, can you do that thing that makes you good at skills? I want to try and make friends with that axe beak.
Yeah, of course. Go.
Please, thank you.
I don't know. I'll go up and try and tame this mad beak.
This mad beak.
Mad beak.
Go on then, animal handling with your guidance.
Hey!
Ooh.
Run D4.
Can you click on the D4 as well to roll?
Yeah, if you click on the D4 in the guidance part, it'll just roll it.
Yeah. I forgot. Oh! Wait, yeah, that works.
Yeah. So, 19, not bad. This wild axe beak, as soon as you kind of like approach it, boy sort of just like stays behind and doesn't follow you with it. But the axe beak instantly like flicks its head towards you and just kind of goes, "Brrr," and then charges right in your direction, like its beak like fully extended towards you.
So, like, as soon as I'll sort of hold my ground with steely eyes, and then as soon as it gets close, I'll jump high in the air and smack it hard in its beak. Like, no!
I'm imagining Yoda in episode 2 where he's fighting Count Dooku and just like does like some kind of like backflip and just like slaps it. But yeah, it kind of like it turns back towards you and kind of gives off this kind of like soft little bird noise, like a brrr, and then
Yes.
slowly walks towards you, kind of like half crouched.
Okay, you understand. We can both hurt each other, so we would be good friends now. Yes.
Brrr.
No hurting, just allegiance. All right, I'll climb up and be like, "Good, Axebeak, good. We'll go and wreak terror together. Come, boy, follow this large amount."
Brrr. And then the dog just kind of like looks at you like, "Brrr." But the old dwarven lady just kind of goes, "Wow, I've never seen anybody manage to tame old Scar there. He's been a terror all this time. He actually
He's
killed
a kindred spirit.
He actually killed somebody once as well, so maybe you'll get along that way, you damn dirty goblin. Anyway, have fun."
That's right.
I imagine I'm just like muttering elvish swears at her.
I don't understand your strange goblin-y language.
You're a stupid elf beak.
Get off of my
Everybody
lawn.
knows. He's probably
Your
just like,
mount's name. Your Axebeak is called Elfbeak.
Yeah.
But it's gonna, so it's kind of midday-ish now, and since it's gonna take 14 hours to get up to Caer Konig, you probably do want to stop off in between. Well, actually, it'll probably take less time, but it'll still take the majority of a day to get up to Caer Konig, so you won't want to do it all at once. Otherwise, it will be pretty late.
So has that got a big mean? For some reason I imagined red Axebeak. Did someone say that, or did I imagine that?
What, someone with
It
a
can
red
be a
axe?
red Axebeak. That's fine.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe his beak's red. Maybe his beak's red.
Hassak's
Stained red.
Hassak's got a red
Oh,
beaked
yeah.
axe beak. I'm also imagining it's kind of like, you know, when there's people on a like a Harley Davidson or something. Like that's how Hassak's sat, like holding onto it.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
then-
how he feels. Yeah.
And then Meep's got his hands around your waist.
Yep, with his hood up.
Yeah.
The
Sounds
horns
like-
just poking through.
Says Hell's Angels on his little leather jacket.
Meep turns around and he's got a smolder on his face. Yeah.
But yeah,
The
so
smoke glows.
if that's the plan, we'll say you pop
Who
over
is-
to Bryn Shander first to drop off your little friend. But yeah, we can do that next
So,
time.
I imagine that like Hassak's Axebeak, is it like the alpha of the pack and mine's just kind of a dickhead?
Yes,
You know what I mean?
basically.
That's kind of how I was picturing it. It's like mine's just like overgrown, ridiculously bit. He's probably just bullied away all the food, and yours is just like the one who's causing all the pressures.
Yeah.
Maybe he fought the other Axebeak for possession.
Everybody else has just got nice, friendly axe beaks.
Nars are just like, ah.
Yeah. Ophelia
Oh,
tries
okay.
to seek out the friendliest.
Fidvan actually
I try to look for the most elegant one, but
nearly loses a
Ooh.
finger to one.
yeah. He just snaps at me like, "Oh man, I thought you were cool."
I will add axe beaks into everybody's ownership, so
Oh yeah.
you've got those for next time.
Do they get their own turn in combat?
They would do, yes.
Believe the mount rules.
Yeah,
Or maybe rules
so-
are. Mounts go like move on your turn, otherwise they have their own initiative.
Yeah,
believe-
so I'd do it as you roll their initiative, but if you're still mounted to it, it'll be just
Yeah.
moving on your turn. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it gets really fucking awkward. It's like I want to go this way, but it's my
Yeah.
turn first. My axe speaks afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll be the plan for next time. That you're heading kind of like down
Hell
the
yeah.
pathway back past Bryn Shander. You can stop off at the other places. Probably best to actually stop off so you can get a rest before carrying on. Otherwise, it's going to be one long journey where you start to get a bit exhausted.
Does Dog follow automatically? Is he just sort of chilling with us?
Yeah, Boy will follow you automatically. Like as soon as you
Oh,
set
sorry.
off on the axe. Yeah, it's a dog called Boy. A bit confusing, but yes. He will just follow, and he actually quite enjoys it. Like as you run off with your axe beaks, he'll just charge alongside you, looking like he's really enjoying life as you go along. But yeah, we'll wrap up there for now. It's unfortunately going to be a couple of weeks before next time because we are away.
Enjoy your holiday.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
We were thinking of trying to set something up for whilst we're away, but it's just not going to work.
Well, I've had a look and I don't think there's any internet
No, it's just
Mm.
it's
unless
just
you
not-
have to pay for it or something. So
and it's ridiculously
Yeah.
expensive whilst you're out. So unfortunately, we can't. But as soon as we're back, it's only going to be the 2
Nice to
weeks.
have a break.
Yeah, so a couple of weeks and we'll be back.
Oh, nice.
It's annoying
Awesome.
that it happens so early on, but I do want to get away.
oh, we could always like
Life
have
comes
a-
first.
Any packages for the. I mean, we could see if there's any like packages for the Wi-Fi or something. We could have a look, but
I don't think
just
like with the laptop setup and everything as well. I don't think I could legitimately do it.
No, it's,
Like
it's a lot to carry as well, books
Yeah.
wise and all that stuff.
the
so,
the streaming as well will be too much for
yeah.
internet out there. So
Just take the time, enjoy a holiday, recuperate, and then you
Yeah.
can start back.
and we'll-
Fires ablaze,
yeah,
get back into it.
charging axe speaks full speed.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of cuts off. Alex speaks charging into a blizzard.
Yeah.
I think the next
Immediately
session.
getting lost.
With the light end of season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Oh,
What, where you
Please.
can't see anything whatsoever?
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
like, Daenerys forgot about the white dragon. Ah, kill it.
so yeah, we will return in a couple of weeks. But if you enjoy this, give us a like, follow us on Twitch, YouTube, any of the social medias. It would be cool. And we'll probably I'll maybe try and do a longer session when we come back just to make up for the time. I think this was kind of a longer one actually, it ended up being. But yeah, you've learned some cool things. You've got some more quests, and you've also completed a few quests, so it's getting along nicely. You'll reach level 3 in no time at this rate. But yeah, just exploring the towns
Awesome.
and stuff.
That's when I start unlocking my cool shit.
My potential. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you all next time on the Duck and Raven.
Duck and Raven!
Caw.
Oh no.